Big night in the NBA world. It is NBA Cup night. All games today take on a little bit extra meaning, and tonight the Knicks taking on the Charlotte Hornets. The Knicks already have a loss here in the tournament, so they have to pull out this victory. Tonight, Charlotte seems to be as healthy as they've been all year long, so best believe it's going to be a battle between these two teams, as the Knicks have really struggled to guard anybody, and the Charlotte Hornets pretty damn good at scoring the basketball. Two offensive dynamic teams going at it here tonight. Let's get to it. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We are here once again for another NBA Cup night, and I had to come through, right? It is the holiday season, it is Thanksgiving, so I had to make sure I approached you guys correctly, introduce myself to your families correctly, come correct, dress appropriately for the occasion. So we are here today, chefing it up as the Knicks are going to take on the Charlotte Hornets, the mighty, may I say, Charlotte Hornets. They've dealt with a handful of injuries here. I would probably say they've been a little underwhelming this year. I think a lot of people felt like in a weakened Eastern Conference here, although maybe not so weak, but a weakened Eastern Conference here, that the Charlotte Hornets would be a viable play-in, even possible playoff team. Now, maybe that's stretching a little bit, but definitely should not be toiling down in the standings the way they are so far. They do have a couple of bright spots, and we will get to the Charlotte Hornets, but as always, whether he's playing or not, and today he is playing, of course, we are going to start with the captain, Jalen Brunson. As always, Cross Signal, what's up, Cross Signal? Karen, of course, Mark.tv, what's up, Mark? Appreciate you, my man. David Oz Jr., what's popping, my guy? So Justice Dad in here earlier. My man, Robert, what's up, Big Rob? Appreciate you guys, I appreciate you. We are here today. Jalen Brunson is here, being Jalen Brunson. Updated stats, so this is officially what the Knicks are averaging so far on the season. 28.3 points per game for the captain. I mean, he's just a bucket. He's a walking bucket. Brunson is being Brunson. If only his teammates could be as consistent as him. He's out there doing what Jalen Brunson does on a nightly basis. 48% from the field, 36.5, almost 37% from three-point range. I want that three-point range to be a little bit closer to 40, but it is what it is. He's taking one more full three-pointer more than he was last year. He's firing it away at will. He's knocking them down. Now, let me tell you something. The turnovers are going down. The assists are actually a little bit higher, 6.5 to 2.4 is pretty much where you want to be. It's about a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio, a little bit lower than that, but that's where you want to be. I want the assist to be a little bit higher, but in order for the assist to be higher, his teammates need to knock down shots. They need to knock down shots. Hopefully we start getting that. Charles Austin, what's up, Charles? Appreciate you, my man. Frank Correz, what's up, Frank? Charles, Manila guy here. Shout out to my man Charles from Manila. We need Jalen Brunson. He's going to come out here. He's going to do what he does. The guy I need to continue his good play, that he had a great game against the Brooklyn Nets, but we know it's the Brooklyn Nets. They're not very good, right? We understand that. And here tonight against the Charlotte Hornets aren't very good. Neither of these teams have very dynamic big men who could probably guard Karl-Anthony Towns, although we'll get to Ryan Clark-Brenner. He's been very interesting so far this year. The guy we need to step up, Karl-Anthony Towns. Now the stats, decent. 22.6 points per game, 12.4 rebounds. He's been rebounding the hell out of the ball, so I love that he's doing that, right? But 45% from the field and about 34% from three-point range is not going to get it done. He knows it. He's talked about it. He said, I could feel myself starting to come out of this slump a little bit here, which is good. It's a great sign. That's what we need. The three-point shot, he's getting great looks from the perimeter. He's just not knocking any of them down. It'll obviously help his field goal percentage, as well as helping his three-point percentage, as well as helping his scoring averages. Should be much higher, should be approaching that 24, 25 point per game mark, should be hitting at least one more three a game. Therefore, I'm not really concerned about Karl-Anthony Towns because the jump shot will come around. Too good of a shooter for it not to. It will come around eventually. What we got here? Towns. I should stand over here in front of Towns. Towns, and I can't read with these glasses on. I can't see. It's too dark. It's too dark. I got to take them off. Towns has been the epitome of inconsistent for the Knicks so far this year. Nice bounce back game against the Brooklyn Nets, but it needs to continue against better competition. I would say the Charlotte Hornets are technically better competition than the Brooklyn Nets, but of course they're still struggling down there at the bottom of the conference. So I will say, I need him to continue this against the Detroit Pistons, against the Boston Celtics, which we have a game coming up against them, against the Milwaukee Bucks, which we're going to need him heavily with no OG Anunoby, and Giannis likely making his return this Friday against the Knicks. So, nice that you had an excellent game against the Brooklyn Nets, one of the worst teams in the league, if not the worst team in the league. Continue it here tonight against Charlotte, and then continue it for the next couple of games so we can start getting back to the Karl-Anthony Towns we all know and love. We go to the OG Anunoby, and obviously OG Anunoby has missed the last couple of games with an injury. He will continue to miss games with the hamstring injury. He will be evaluated in 2 weeks, which I believe is coming up soon, technically the 2-week mark, but he will be reevaluated in 2 weeks. I expect him to miss about another 2 weeks. Would not expect him until like a week into December, which is when I would expect to start hearing some rumblings about him possibly coming back soon, and then probably his return coming about 2 weeks into December, right? That's just my expectation. If he comes back before that, cool. It will exceed my expectations. Daniel Berry Sports, what's up, Daniel? With that being said, we get over to the guy who has a lot on his shoulders, a big burden to carry with OG Anunoby out, as one of the only wings on the team outside of OG Anunoby is Mikal Bridges, right? Mikal Bridges averaging 16.3 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 4.7 assists. Not much has changed in his averages. He's been solid. I have changed his name from Mr. Invisible, which you guys gave it to him last year, to Mr. Consistent so far this year. I would like him to be a little bit more aggressive. What did I say here? I keep standing in front of the words. I should stand in front of Bridges. Mikal Bridges has been bringing it defensively, but with Cat's inconsistencies and now OG's injuries, he needs to be more aggressive offensively, right? And like I said, I know he's got a big burden on his shoulders, but he is bringing it defensively. 2.1 steals, 1.2 blocks. He's flying around. He's trying to help and recover against a perimeter defense that can struggle here with Brunson and Clarkson and a Yabusele and a Towns out on the perimeter. And Mitchell Robinson has been great this season defensively. But Mikal Bridges needs to step it up offensively with Anunoby out and with the inconsistent Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, hopefully Towns is going to start turning it around, and then Mikal Bridges can slide back into being the absolute consistent force that he has been. 50% from the field and 42% from three-point range is beautiful. Beautiful numbers right there for Mikal Bridges. I love to see it, want to see it continue. But also, even when those guys do come back, I want to see him continue to be aggressive with the ball in his hands. We get over to Mitchell Robinson, who is available to play tonight, but for the first time while being available to play, he will not start. 4 points, 8.2 rebounds has been solid for Mitchell Robinson. About a block, 0.4 steals, 0.8 turnovers, 65% from the field, 22% from the foul line is obviously horrendous. He hasn't taken a lot of them. I think he's only taken like 5 or 6. So, but here's the context to Big Mitch. And you guys know I'm a big Mitchell Robinson guy. That's my dude. It's my favorite player on the team. But Mitch is capable of completely taking over games with his rebounding and his defense. When he's not doing those things at an elite level, it has to be at an elite level, not at a good level or he has to dominate the game in those aspects with his offensive rebounding and his defense. When he's not doing that, he is a huge liability out on the court. And I think Mike Brown has realized, okay, if he's not going to be able to bring it every single night as if it's a playoff game, because we're managing him to get him to the playoffs, fine. And you can't really be a starter. Enter in Josh Hart making his first start of the season. Actually, his second start. Oh, no, his first start of the season against the Nets. So tonight is his second start. With Mitchell Robinson available, Robinson will come off the bench, which is a good move. If you want to go to the Twin Towers, you can sub Mitch in early and have Towns and Robinson out there. If you don't want to go to the Twin Towers, you don't have to go to it. You could have Robinson come in for Karl-Anthony Towns. I like the lineup change because Robinson has not been bringing it the last couple of games. So make the lineup change, put in the guy who has been bringing it in Josh Hart, and let's see how that works out. I love lineup changes in the middle of the season. That is the sign of a coach evaluating his roster and evaluating the guys are playing and saying, okay, maybe we need to shift some things in order to get off to better starts. Look at Josh Hart over there interrupting the pregame preamble there for Wally and Bill Pito. But Mitchell Robinson, when he brings it, unstoppable force. When he doesn't bring it, huge liability. Which one will we get tonight? Now, the man who's going to be taking his spot in the starting lineup tonight, Mr. Josh Hart. And we all love ourselves some Josh Hart. Almost 10 points per game. The rebounding is coming back around to where it was last year. He averaged 9.6 rebounds per game last year, but he was playing about 36, 37 minutes a game last year. He will not be playing that this year. So the rebounding is going to be down. The statistics across the board will be down for Josh Hart, but not by much. Still 7 rebounds per game is dominant for a wing at his size at about 6'4", 6'5". Almost 5 assists is fantastic for a team that really needs some on-ball creation outside of Jalen Brunson. Mikal Bridges has been doing some of it. Now Josh Hart is starting to get around to doing a lot of it as well. The assists are coming around. The playmaking is coming around. It's been great. He's shooting it well from the floor, 47.5% from the field, and 34.7% from three-point range on really good volume for Josh Hart. When he's open, he's taking it for the most part, and he's been knocking it down. There was an interview with Josh Hart where he credited the Knicks' new shooting coach. I forget his name. I should make sure I credit him properly. But he credited the Knicks' new shooting coach really helping him out and being more confident in his jump shot. And you're seeing it pay dividends here so far this year. He's not hesitating nearly as much. Every now and again, he hesitates on an open look, and we'll get frustrated with it. But he's taking a little over 3 a game. He's knocking them down with some consistency. He's actually taking a little bit more than that these last couple of games because he has been knocking it down, and that's all we really want to see. Also, he has been bringing it defensively as well. Last year, he was a very inconsistent defensive player, but that probably had a lot to do with the fact that he had a heavy minutes load. So with the minutes load reduced, you're seeing defensive Josh Hart make a return. You're seeing him being a much stronger downhill driver playing within this offense. And the three-point shooting is coming around, and he's shooting it really well right now. Is it just a hot streak? Is it a sign that he's going to be a better shooter this year? Who knows? For now, I'm just going to enjoy the fact that we're getting a fantastic all-around season for Josh Hart so far. This is the best and most comfortable I have seen Josh Hart in a while. Ever since coming off the bench, now he is confidently shooting the three and playing good defense. Now, obviously, being moved in the starting lineup, the graphic and the context was added before the announcement of Josh Hart being the starter tonight. We get over to Deuce McBride, who now probably slides back into that sixth-man role. It was previously Josh Hart. Now Deuce McBride is going to slide back into there. So it's going to be incredibly important for Deuce McBride because McBride's shooting is his most valuable skill and is currently in a three-point shooting slump. He was over 40% from three-point range and now dipped all the way down to 36.5%. Not what you want to see. He is in a slump. He will likely come out of the slump eventually. Hopefully it's tonight. But Deuce McBride, the two things that he does exceptionally well is three-point shooting and point of attack defense. The defense is always going to be there. I have no complaints with Deuce McBride's defense so far this season. The issue is he's only 6'1", so that's always going to be an issue. But also, when the three-point shot is not falling down, doesn't really give you anything else offensively. A sub 40% from the field is obviously not good. He's not a good enough finisher at the rim to really justify him being a drive and kick kind of guy because teams will dare him to finish at the rim against a shot blocker, and he doesn't do that very well. So we need him to get up out of the shooting slump because he's incredibly important as a floor spacer for the Knicks. Still averaging 10 points per game, though, which is solid. Speaking of averaging 10 points per game, Jordan Clarkson is on his way up here with the scoring averages. It ticks up, and it ticks up, and it ticks up as the season's gone on, as he's getting more comfortable. 10.8 points per game so far for him. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, solid. He's playing the least amount of minutes, I believe, in his career since his rookie year. 48.5% from the field and 34% from three-point range. I will say he is the most efficient he has been throughout his career. Clarkson has been playing well, three-point shooting coming back to earth a little bit for him. He was at about 38, 39%. It's now down to about 34%. Same little bit of a slump here, same as Deuce McBride. But overall efficiency has been the best of his career so far. I mean, almost 50% from the field. He's taking smart shots. He's attacking the basket. The floor is space for him, playing alongside Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson and Deuce McBride and guys like that. And again, now in finishing, he's been excellent as a secondary, tertiary ball handler for the Knicks. They were really reliant on Jalen Brunson last year, and having Jordan Clarkson out there as another guy who could actually dribble the ball against some pressure is nice and solid. Need him to continue to play well. Maybe the minutes start taking up for him as well because he is really playing very well. The issue is, the defense. It's always going to be the issue, especially with the Knicks having a smaller backcourt here. 6'3" for Jordan Clarkson, 6'1" for McBride, 6'1" for Jalen Brunson, all of the things. not as high as you'd want it to see. Chris, what's up, Chris? Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you. And we get over to Landry Shamet. And I actually have some good news about Landry Shamet. He will be reevaluated in 4 weeks, which is actually a good sign because he's still listed as officially out with a sprained shoulder. So maybe it was separated, maybe it was dislocated, who knows? They're not going to tell us at this point. They're just going to list it as a sprained shoulder. But it does not appear as if he's going to need surgery, obviously. He'll be reevaluated in 4 weeks as he goes through his rehab and his recovery. And then hopefully not that much longer, he should be able to make his return. So Chris said, what do you think about Anthony Davis trade rumors? I think they're all nonsense. The Knicks will not make a big trade in the middle of the season. Talk to me at the end of the season about a big trade. Anthony Davis will not be a Knick at the trade deadline. Now, if they hold on to him and then maybe they'll trade for him in the offseason, that's a conversation we could have. They're not going to upend their entire roster to trade for an injury-prone guy who has not been healthy for the Dallas Mavericks, nor was he healthy for the LA Lakers, who's 35 years old now, 34, 35, something like that, has that bad of an injury history and an excruciatingly large contract. It's not going to happen. Not during the season here. So do we want to talk about it in the offseason? Sure. Let's get to the offseason. We get over to Gershon Yabusele. And not much to go over statistically. 2.7, 2.2, 0.5 assists, 35% from the field, 27%, 28% from three-point range. Not much to talk about. But look, with no OG and no Shamet, and the Knicks desperately need Yabusele to step up here. In some way. In any way. Right? In any way. Defensively, just as a presence, boxing out, some toughness, some grittiness, as a stretch big, as a power forward, as a center. Literally, I need you to step up Yabusele in any way. He was one of my favorite signings in the offseason. I was really high on Yabusele becoming a New York Knick, and he's really let me down. He's let the fan base down. The Knicks need him to step up in some way. He should be getting consistent minutes here with no Shamet and no Anunoby for an extended period of time here. But other than that, I got nothing to really evaluate here because he hasn't really given us much. He could be good out of the short roll. He could be as a pick and popper, but he's just not giving us a whole lot. He's not really giving Mike Brown a ton of confidence of leaving him out there for extended minutes because he's just not playing well, right? And the Knicks really need him with those injuries mounting up now. We get over now to the Charlotte Hornets. And Lamelo Ball missed the previous game. A lot of Hornets missed the previous game, but when the Knicks end up on the schedule, best believe those guys are going to be back and ready to play. King Free, what's up, King Free? A nice win streak is needed. Let's go, Knicks. Yeah, they've been on this trajectory of win one, lose one, win one, lose one. They beat the Brooklyn Nets. They should have an easier time. Not an easier time, but they should have another easy time here tonight against the Hornets. It is an NBA Cup game. The Knicks are as healthy as they can be. We know who the guys who are out with Anunoby and Shamet. The Hornets are pretty much bringing back their entire rotation who missed the last couple of games. But we're going to start with Lamelo Ball, the star of the team, the franchise cornerstone for who knows how much longer. But for now, the franchise cornerstone, 24 years old. They're really waiting for him to mature up and become a leader on this team. As of right now, he's still kind of this young, immature, spunky, highlight reel kind of player. But 21.2 points per game, 9.3 assists is like, you can't deny the statistical presence that Lamelo Ball has out there on the court. 3.6 turnovers is significantly higher than where you want it to be. But this is the real issue. Sub 40% from the field, sub 30% from three-point range. There's just nothing you can do with this level of efficiency. It doesn't matter what this number is. It doesn't matter what this number is. If this is the level of efficiency you are bringing to the table as the league is actually getting more efficient, players are taking smarter shots. They're getting better at making shots. The ball movement is there. The player movement is there across the league. Guys, effective field goal percentages are skyrocketing, and yet LaMelo Ball is dropping like a stone here. Now, it's early in the season. These will rise a little bit, but not by that much. LaMelo takes some horrific shots, and it's part of the reason why these percentages are so low. He'll take step-back, one-legged, fading out-of-bounds shots, and with 13 seconds left on the shot clock just because he feels like it. Again, the maturity issue with him. It's a shot selection issue with him. He's got all the talent in the world. LaMelo has the potential to be the best point guard in the league. He does. At 6'7", with his size, with his skill and ability, he has the potential to be that. He has all of the skills, but his maturity and decision-making are still holding him back. And until he improves in that area, literally it's an off-the-court thing. Until he improves in that area, there really is just not much to say about Lamelo Ball because all the talent is there, all the skill is there, the highlights look incredible. But the winning basketball games portion of it, the efficiency, the playing smart, it's not there right now for Lamelo Ball. Just that said, these action picks are very flattering, nice finds. I literally just put it into Google, scanned like the first 2 or 3 lines, and was like, that's a good one, and kept it moving. Didn't think too much about it. King Free, my brother, appreciate you, my man, appreciate you. We get over to Brandon Miller, who is also going to be playing again here tonight. He missed the last couple of games. He's only played a handful of games so far. I believe 2 or 3 so far for Brandon Miller. Tonight he will be in the lineup. He is not on the injury report. Kwame Robertson, what's up, Kwame? Brandon Miller, 23 years old, similar to Lamelo Ball. They're waiting for him to improve his efficiency, get a little bit older, get more mature, all of the things, improve his shot selection, all of the things. For Brandon Miller, same as Lamelo Ball, they are an extremely young team. They have some time to kind of round in the form, but as of right now, there's not much to evaluate statistically with Brandon Miller, as he only played a couple of games. We know he's a knockdown three-point shooter, so 19% from 3 is really kind of a non-stat here. Same with the field goal percentage so far, 42% from the field. He's not playing a ton, a little over 20 minutes so far, so not going to kill him for these statistics right here after only a couple of games. Miller's just coming back from injury and is still shaking the rust off. He's in line for a big leap this year with Charlotte. If Charlotte wants any hopes of doing anything this year, competing, getting to the play-in, I would have thrown in like competing for the NBA Cup, but that's already out of the picture for them. They're 0-2 here in Cup play. So they shouldn't be taking this game as seriously as the Knicks are taking this game. I mean, it's a basketball game. Obviously, they're going to look to try and win. But the Knicks should be playing this as if it's a playoff game. It is an NBA Cup game. I like the NBA Cup. I know the Knicks players like NBA Cup. Mike Brown has been talking up about how important this game is because they want to win the NBA Cup. Every team has talked about that, at least the good teams. And, you know, there is a reason why good teams start talking about it, right? Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? Happy to see you. Happy to see you. How was your day? They should win this tonight. They should win this tonight. My day was pretty good. Pretty good. Nice off day, getting ready for the holiday tomorrow. So, doing well. We get over to Colin Sexton. And yes, we will get to Con Knipple, who should have been up here before Colin Sexton. But as of right now, we're going to go down to Colin Sexton. He is just a good vet guard, even at 26 years old. He's been in the league for a while now. He's a good vet guard on a young, unstable Hornets team. We've already talked about the fact that the 2 best players are still really young and immature and not ready to really lead a team, to really compete for anything right now. His competitiveness can be a positive and a negative, right? There's 2 sides to that coin. But at 16 points per game off the bench, 2.1 rebounds, 5 assists, he's really solid, 37% from the field, 47% from the field, 37% from 3, and 47% from the field. He's just good basketball player. He's coming off the bench for the Hornets here. I think on a better team, his services would be better served, and he'd probably be recognized for it more. But as of right now, he's just kind of helping lead the way for a young Hornets team. Probably not long here for the Hornets, but who knows? He might carve out a home here. But he's just really solid. I always kind of like Colin Sexton. He's really kind of found his own niche here in the NBA. We get over to Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges, 22 points per game. He's been kind of the only guy who has played more consistently than a lot of the other guys on this Hornets team who tend to miss a lot of games with some injuries. Again, maybe a little bit of a too young thing, immature thing, not taking care of themselves enough, and also freak injuries can happen. But Miles Bridges has been a model of consistency here for the Hornets. 22 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, almost 4 assists. 34% from three-point range, 42% from the field is not what you want to see, but he's more of a play finisher than a play creator. And with a lot of these guys out with injury, kind of had to do a lot of play creating, and that's not a strong suit of his. Bridges is a jack of all trades, master of none type of player. He can do a little bit of everything and can be very inconsistent from 3. So one night, he could hit 6 threes and knock it out of the park, and another night, he could go 2 for 8, 2 for 9, 2 for 10, and really shoot his team out of a game. Kind of depends on what night you catch him on. We get over to Grant Williams, who's out with an ACL injury, has yet to make his season debut. Could really help a really young Hornets team here. We know about Grant Williams, incredibly annoying basketball player, but a smart veteran guy in the room, a very loud vocal leader, and that could probably serve well this young Hornets team. We go over to Trey Mann. Trey Mann's a really interesting case here with the Hornets. Stats down across the board for him, even down to his field goal percentages. Minutes are lower than where they were last year. 10 points per game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Coming off the bench for them, 30% from the field and 36% from field goal range is obviously not good. Man distinguishes himself last year as a true sixth man. With the backcourt crowded this year with the introduction of Sexton, the return of Lamelo Ball, you got Brandon Miller and Con Knipple out there also taking a lot of the minutes up. Man has seen his minutes and production reduced. I, at one point, thought maybe Trey Mann was a guy who definitely carved out a spot here in Charlotte, but now it's looking like he may be the odd man out with the introduction of Sexton and obviously the return of Lamelo Ball and the rise of Con Knipple, who we will get to. Speaking of Con Knipple, right on time, young Mr. Knipple. 19.4 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. This young man is ahead of the curve. Speaking of ahead of the curve, 49% from the field, 90% from the line, 44% from three-point range. This man is a rookie, almost shooting 50, 40, 90. What? This is not normal production for a rookie, and at almost 20 points per game so far. We all knew Knipple was going to be a good rookie. But as of right now, Knipple is the favorite to win Rookie of the Year with how well he's played. Now, will he end up winning it? Who knows? Cooper Flagg's going to come around, and his stats are going to blow everybody out of the water. He's going to be fantastic. He's going to be all over the place. The highlight reel is going to be there. Con Knipple doesn't really have a great highlight reel. He's just solid. He's just good. At everything he's trying to do. Look at the efficiency here. He's just good, a good basketball player. The Charlotte Hornets really found a guy who is a little bit more mature than some of their other star players. Seems to be just ready. I mean, this is rookie Con Knipple. What happens at 25 years old, 5 years down the line, right? This guy right now is dynamic for the Charlotte Hornets, kind of providing everything they really needed out of that wing spot. And at 6'7", got great size. Judges that said Con Knipple over Cooper Flagg. As of right now, yes, but it is a long season. But I'll tell you what, I would not be surprised if he held on to that ranking and ended up winning it with how well he's played. We get over to Mason Plumlee. Don't have much to say about Mason Plumlee. As a matter of fact, he may not even play tonight. Anthony G&T, what's up, Anthony? He may not even play tonight. He is 35 years old. I actually didn't even update his statistics because I felt so disgusted looking at them. This is not what he's averaging this year. Mason Plumlee is averaging like 2 points, 2 rebounds, not even an assist. He has not played in every game so far this year. He's not a part of the normal rotation. The only reason he's up here is because I was not entirely sure if Ryan Kalkbrenner, who is going to end up playing tonight, was going to play because the Charlotte Hornets do not have another big on the roster. It's either Ryan Kalkbrenner or Mason Plumlee, and Mason Plumlee at 35 years old is just not really a rotation big anymore. He should be at the point where like DeAndre Jordan is. DeAndre Jordan over on the New Orleans Pelicans is just a really good, solid vet who's out there tutoring and mentoring and bringing Derek Queen along with him, brought him under his wing. Mason Plumlee should be at that point in his career, but with all the injuries and the lack of depth that they have at the big man position, Mason Plumlee is actually getting minutes here for the Charlotte Hornets. It's part of the reason why they're not a very good team. Darnell, what's up, Darnell? You get over to probably one of the most disappointing players so far this year in the entirety of the NBA. Tijan Salon, the former first-round lottery pick for the Charlotte Hornets. This is his second season, I believe. 3.1 points per game, 3.6 rebounds. Literally not much of an improvement at all over last year. Still can't buy a basket. Sub 40% from the field. 33.3% from three-point range. Not looking good all around. Salon is still young. He's only 20 years old. But time moves quickly, and patience is low in the NBA. Not much improvement has been made from last year to this year. And so the Charlotte Hornets are probably looking at him like, brother, you got another year and a half before we're ready to move on. And with really not much signs that Tijan Salon is figuring anything out right now, again, extremely young, but really not a ton of signs here that he's figuring anything out. Time may be ticking for Tijan Salon already in his second season. Karen said Celtics up by Pistons by 3 at the end of the third. We will be keeping an eye on that game. Detroit has, what, a 13-game winning streak on the line? Karen, 13, 14 games, something like that. MBM, what's up, MBM? We're going to go to Ryan Kalkbrenner, the last guy I would like to talk about here for the Charlotte Hornets. Rookie, Laicon Knipple, excellent draft class this season for the Charlotte Hornets, making up for probably the miss that they took with Tajon Salon so far. Ryan Kalkbrenner, 9.4 points per game, 7 rebounds per game as a rookie, almost 2 block shots there in the paint. I mean, he is just finishing everything around the basket, 80% from the field. Again, if it's not a layup or a dunk, he's not really shooting it, but either way, the fact that he's knocking it down around the basket is fantastic. At 7'1", he's got the size for it, which is great, obviously. Kalkbrenner has been a savior for the Hornets, who didn't have any other real options at center. He has filled in and has been a revelation as a defender and a finisher inside. It's just crazy because they didn't have another center. We talked about the Mason Plumlee thing. They didn't have another center on the roster other than him. So Ryan Kalkbrenner was a savior for this Hornets team because without him, they may be knocking on the door of one of the worst teams in the league because they would have no interior presence whatsoever. Karen said 13, yes, and it's a cup game. Yep. A lot on the line tonight, and the Celtics are bringing it to them. And I like to see that. Lano Moniz with Doublino. Is this an NBA Cup game? Yes, it is. Big deal. Big deal here tonight. With that being said, that is going to wrap up our little pregame preamble here. Another successful pregame, may I say so myself. We got through both sides with time to spare. That's how I judge it. If I'm rushing through to the end, that means I was rambling too much. But we got through it. We got about 4 minutes to go before tip-off, so we're ready to go. And because of that, we can go around the league real quick. There's only one game that is going on right now, and that is the Boston-Detroit game that Karen just brought up. So we can look real quick here. It is an ESPN game. We can look real quick right here. That Cade Cunningham is hooping. 30 points for him. 30 points and only 2 assists for Cade Cunningham with 4 turnovers. Boston doing a really good job of taking away his playmaking there. Jalen Duren with 10 points, 15 rebounds. Not getting those dimes from Cade Cunningham right now. And it's interesting because the Boston Celtics did not start traditional big. They started Luka Garza and Jordan Walsh. So the fact that Detroit has not been able to take advantage of that on the inside as much as you would think with guys like Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren is interesting. But Shireman in 20 minutes, he's got 13. He's really been a guy who's kept a minute. Even Josh Minot as well. Jaylen Brown's getting it going. He started off the game 0 for 6. I didn't know that. Derek White, 16. Payne Pritchard chipping in with 14. He's knocking down a shot. AP, what's up, AP? Which Knicks team is showing up tonight? I don't think we're going to get a ton of defense. I do think, though, we will be dynamic offensively. I think tonight is going to be a fantastic offensive night. I hope the defense shows up, but my expectation that the defense will not show up until OG Anunoby gets back. That is my expectation. But this is a close game. It's a 4-point game with about 9.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. So we'll keep an eye on it as the Knicks game moves along here. Every other game starts at 7:30, so we will not have anything to go over until about halftime. Anyways, these games will obviously take a little bit of time to take on. But you got the Raptors playing the Pacers. It is at Toronto with a nice big win streak on the line. After tonight, if Detroit ends up losing, Toronto could be walking away with the longest win streak here in the Eastern Conference. Got the Timberwolves Thunder. That should be a good game. The Thunder also have a nice long win streak on the line here tonight. Roger LeBird, what's up, Roger? We need to get this one. I mean, they need to get all of these. Grizzlies, Pelicans, kind of a non-game. Rockets, Warriors could be interesting. I think the Rockets kind of steamroll them. Spurs, Blazers, but no Wemby. Suns, Kings is the late night game as well. 10 o'clock start time is nice. I will say that. AB said Toronto and Detroit with these cupcake schedules. I mean, the Knicks have not had a very difficult schedule. I mean, the road trip was funky where they had to travel from New York to Florida and then to play Miami, and then travel to Texas to play Dallas, and then travel back to Florida to play Orlando. Like, what is that scheduling? Just get the 2 Florida games out of the way. But so they travel to Florida, then they travel to Dallas, then they travel back to Florida, then they travel to Brooklyn, they travel back to New York, and then they travel to Carolina, then they're going to travel back to New York. What is the schedule? We're flying to a state, leaving it to play a game, and then flying back to the state, right? Because after tonight's game against Charlotte, the Knicks will be back home for the next game on Friday against Milwaukee. Oda, what's up, Oda? Hold on, if I go to your channel. It is Oda. Oda Austin's Homemade Videos. What's up, Oda? Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Is Mitch starting? I heard we're going to start 4 guards again. Brunson, McBride, Bridges, and Hart. Yep. No, Mitchell Robinson will be coming off the bench here tonight. Makes more sense against this Hornets team. They do not have much of an interior presence. Their interior presence is the rookie Ryan Kalkbrenner, who has been solid, but David said chef styling with and profiling with the red velvet. I had to bring out the red velvet tonight just for the holiday season. It is Thanksgiving week here. Tomorrow is the holiday, should you celebrate it. The Knicks with Josh Hart in the starting lineup, in for Mitchell Robinson. AP said, so far I think we've played more playoff teams than they have. Probably, but, you know, the Knicks should be one of the best teams in the East. So they haven't really, they played Cleveland and they beat them. They played Milwaukee. They played Miami three times now. They played Miami a bunch, you know. Madrek, what's up, Madrek? Isaiah Gardner, what's up, Isaiah? Here we go. We're getting ready to start the game. Oh, this is the box score. We don't need the box score. We need the game cast. Both teams playing better defensively than us this season? Yes. I mean, the Knicks are not a defensive team. They are an offensive team. And I like that they've been leaning into that offensive identity. But the defense needs to be at around a top 10 in the league range. And so far, it hasn't been this year. The Hornets win the tip, and they're bringing it down. Lamelo Ball has it up top. Dancing with it against McBride, who gets the start on him. They swing it over to Knipple, gets it out to Miller. Miller spots up for a 3 over Brunson and knocks it down straight away. Miller coming back from the injury, has not shot it well since coming back, knocks his first 3 down of the game. A good sign for Charlotte, not a good sign for the Knicks. McBride has it up top, being guarded by Lamelo Ball. Gets it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart being guarded by Ryan Kalkbrenner. They're putting their big on Josh Hart. Brunson in and out dribble down the lane, flips it out to Bridges. Bridges driving to his left. He's driving it down, kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson a good open 3 out of the corner, can't get it to go. Long rebound, diving for it. Kalkbrenner dives on the floor, battling for it. Saves it out to Knipple, saves it out to Miller, but knocked out of bounds by Josh Hart. It's going to remain with the Hornets. Good hustle from both sides. The Fleas, what's up, Fleas? So the Hornets will bring it down. Lamelo bring it down against McBride. Lamelo Ball has it up top. Gets it over to Miller. Let's go, Knicks, breaking out here in Charlotte. Miller has it up top. Josh Hart does a great job switching out onto him. Now coming to his left off the Kalkbrenner screen, driving it down in the lane, throws up the lob, and a 2-handed slam for Ryan Kalkbrenner. Good manipulation there for Brandon Miller. Got a heavy wrapped shoulder, left shoulder here. Brunson on the right wing, coming to his left. Being picked up by Bridges. Now over to Mikal Bridges. Now back to Brunson. Brunson up top, gets it over to Towns in the post, being guarded by Miller. Backing him down, backing him down, backing him down. Stop, turn, fade, righty hook shot. Got it to go. Beautiful move from Karl-Anthony Towns to avoid the double team, though. To avoid the double team there. He spun away from the double team and knocked down the hook shot along the baseline. Bridges has it on the left wing, up top to Miller. Miller back to Bridges. Bridges is going to settle for that 3 over Josh Hart, and he's going to knock it down, and the Hornets come out firing, knocking down their first 3 shots of the game. It's 8-2 with 10:15 to go. Brunson bringing it down. He has it on the right wing. Coming to his left. Got nowhere to go with it. Trying to get it to Towns. Now gets it over to Towns. Towns on the right wing, out by the 3-point line. Hits Bridges along the baseline, being guarded by Knipple. Backing him down, step back, fall away. Foul line jumper, gets fouled by Lamelo Ball. Tried the rear view contest, got fouled. Ended up fouling Bridges. Going to send Mikal Bridges to the foul line for 2. AB said, I don't think this is a gimme either. No, I think this is going to be a battle between 2 teams who don't really defend well. I think it's going to be which team is just going to out-offense the other team. Not a whole lot of defense is going to be played tonight. Isaiah Gardner, with up, Isaiah? Cat got to be more aggressive when he ain't doing consistently. That's the problem. Yeah, I mean, and being aggressive doesn't mean shooting it every time, but he does need to be involved in the offense, especially tonight where he's the guy who has the biggest advantage. He's got rookie Kalkbrenner on him, who's solid, but Towns should be able to take advantage of that matchup and then eventually, Mason Plumlee is really the only other backup big they have. So he should be able to be the guy who can lead this Knicks offense tonight. He should not be relying on Jalen Brunson going up against like a pretty tall perimeter unit. I mean, Jalen Brunson's going to do what he does because he does that every night. He's the most consistent player on the team. But we should be able to play through Karl-Anthony Towns heavy tonight, same way we did against the Brooklyn Nets. Lamelo Ball bringing it down after Bridges knocked down both free throws. Ball has it up top being guarded by McBride. They get over to Miller. Miller on the left wing. Jab step, driving to his left. Has it, driving it, keeping his dribble alive. Under the basket, stop, turn, leans in, gets blocked by Bridges. Get that out of here. Here comes McBride pushing him the other way. Middle of the court to Josh Hart. Kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson catches, pump fakes. Driving it down, kicks it out to Josh Hart in the corner. They're going to leave him open. He's going to line up that three. Line me up. You got to guard me now. We got a shooting coach, y'all. You got to guard Josh Hart. He knocks down the three. Miller coming to his left, loses the handle, picks it back up. Miller upset with the level of physicality the Knicks are playing with right now. Miller gets it out to Ball. Lamelo Ball has it up top being guarded by Bridges. Calling for a screen from Kalkbrenner. He's going to come to his left off the screen, driving it down, step back, extra pass to Knipple, jab step, driving it down, back to Lamelo Ball. He's going to pump fake, step back, a three now, generated a good open look, and he knocked it down. Good manipulation there from Lamelo Ball. Didn't settle for a good shot, worked his way to a great shot. Here comes Jalen Brunson bringing it down against Brandon Miller. Has it up top, gets it over to Josh Hart, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Miller. A lot of standing around for the Knicks right now. Not loving the player movement. Bridges up top to Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it up top. Trying to direct some traffic, coming to his left. He's going to step back for another one. No, pump fakes. Towns, back to Josh Hart. Two-handed slam. Beautiful play. Not settling for a good shot. Working his way to get to a great shot. Could have taken that three. Decided, let me pass it off. I just made one. Kalkbrenner came flying out at him. Great extra give and go from Karl-Anthony Towns and Josh Hart there. Roy Valentino. What's up, Roy? AB said, of the two bad defensive teams, I think we're probably the worst of the two. No. You got to watch more Hornets games, AP. You got to watch more Hornets games. They don't guard anybody. Lamelo Ball has it up top. Gets it over to Knipple. Straightaway three. In and out, can't get it to stay. Fight for the rebound. Kalkbrenner knocks it out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Knicks here. With about 8.5 to go here in the first quarter. It's a 2-point game, 11-9. Chris Baskerville, what's up, Chris? NBA really makes it hard to debut. How rigged it is. Still gonna watch. Though. It makes it hard to debut. What do you mean it makes it hard to debut? Mark.tv. We get a full-time. We're gonna get a coaches challenge here from the Hornets. They're gonna challenge the out-of-bounds play. Interesting to challenge an out-of-bounds play this early in the game. Mark.tv said, got to turn up the defense on these boys. They're just an offensive team, so are we, but we are more defensive than them. We are more defensive than the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, I mean, even if you just gave a really spirited effort for one quarter and take the lead, that's probably going to be it for Charlotte because they don't have that ability to turn it up for a quarter. The Knicks have that ability. But like I said, without OG Anunoby, I'm not expecting this team to be good defensively until he comes back. Not expecting it. Judge Dad said Charlotte has won the last 6 challenges. It's a crazy stat. That's a crazy stat to pull out. Interesting. Chris said, deny how rigged it is. I got you. I'm still going to watch, though. I see what you're saying. Kwame Robertson said, is Mitch out? No, Mitch is available to play, but Josh Hart got the start tonight. So Mitch will come off the bench. They're on a challenge heater. I mean, 6 in a row is impressive, but I will say, when you start challenging like out-of-bounds calls in the first quarter that are probably very obvious that it was out of bounds off of the Knicks, you're going to win them, but how effective are these wins? These are they're not fake stats, but what are they? What's the word? They're definitely propped up by their what does a player do when they're padding their stats? These are definitely padded challenge stats right now. Because these are very obvious challenges to have. Chris said, need 10 for my guy Clarkson. You put money on Clarkson every night, Chris? I think Clarkson's going to give you 10. Like I said, there's really nobody, especially off the bench, for the Hornets to really give Clarkson too much of a problem. Just that I'm not that smart. I just heard the Charlotte guy say. Funny. Jack said no points involved. Yeah, interesting to use that challenge there. I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan. I'm not a fan of out of bounds challenges unless it's in the fourth quarter and you really could use that possession back. Darnell reminding people to the like button. Appreciate you, Darnell. Appreciate you, my man. If you're enjoying the show so far, go ahead, hit the like button. Hit that thumbs up button. Chris said, give JC the ball, move out the way. No, brother, no. They get in. The Hornets miss a three. Knicks get the ball back. So after all of that, the Knicks just get the ball back. Brunson just blows right past Mikal Bridges for the easy layup. Beautiful move. Tied up at 11. Here come the Hornets. Mikal Bridges rushing it down the other end. Hands it off to Brandon Miller. Chucks up a three. Can't get it to go. He's saying he got hit. No foul called, though. Towns secures the rebound. Here comes Jalen Brunson. 8 minutes to go. Brunson, left side of the court, bringing it down. 1-on-1 against Ball. Hands it off to Bridges. Driving to his right. Pulls it back out. Good defense from Brandon Miller. Bridges up top. They get it over to Brunson. Brunson gets it over to Towns in the post. A bad pass from Brunson. And it goes out of bounds. Ball going back to the Hornets here. We're tied at 11. Lamelo Ball bringing it down against Deuce McBride. Ricardo Brothway. What's up, Ricardo? Lamelo Ball off the screen, driving it down, throws up the floater, gets it to go. Nice, easy shot for him. Manipulating his way into the lane off the screen. The Knicks are 4 for 5 from the field, but the problem is Charlotte's already taken 4 more shots at 5 for 9. McBride gets it over to Towns, high post, hands it off to Bridges, coming to his right, in the corner to Josh Hart. Josh Hart driving to his left, picks up his handle, up top to McBride, jab step, coming to his right, pulls it back, pull up mid-range shot over Knipple, nothing but net for Deuce McBride, dancing on him a little bit there. Here comes Lamelo Ball, bringing it down right side of the court. They get it over to Miller, right wing, being guarded by Jalen Brunson. Miller manipulates his way in the lane, stop, pass fake, steps through. He's got nowhere to go. Tries to kick it out to Lamelo Ball. Bridges with a steal. Quick outlet to Josh Hart. He's got one man to beat. And Brandon Miller just moves him out of the way with that bionic shoulder, and he gets the layup with the right hand to go. Beautiful fast break there for Josh Hart, who remains one of the best finishers in the league. They get over to Mikal Bridges on the left wing. Pulls it back out. Bridges switches onto him. Good switch between Bridges and Josh Hart. So they get it over to, who is this? Who has it? Yabusele. Yabusele hands it off to Miller. Miller coming to his left off the screen, has it along the baseline. He's got, and Josh Hart jumps the passing lane, and he goes in for an easy two-handed slam. And look, the Knicks are playing defense. Defense leading the offense so far tonight. Maybe I underestimated their defense as Lamelo tried to hit a bullet pass in the paint, hit Jalen Brunson right in the face, and he's got a little chuckle about it. McBride did a good job of shutting Brandon Miller's drive along the baseline off. He picked up his handle and tried to kick it out. Bad pass. That's 2 in a row. Bridges with 1, then Josh Hart with 1. That's 2 quick turnovers for Brandon Miller. Lawrence, what's up, Lawrence? Who do you think is going to win tonight? I think the Knicks take this running away with it. It's more important that the Knicks win it than it is to the Hornets because of the NBA Cup consequences here tonight. The Hornets are pretty much out of it, and the Knicks still have the ability to advance here in the qualifying round. Bridges has it up top, picks up his handle, cross-court over to Knipple in the corner. A bad pass, flies out of bounds, and that's 3 straight turnovers for the Charlotte Hornets here. We're approaching the halfway point here in the first quarter at 6 minutes, and Brunson will bring it down for the Knicks with a 4-point lead, 17-13. Brunson being guarded by Knipple, coming to his left, and a foul on Yabusele, or a foul off ball. Maybe not on Yabusele, a foul off ball. Knicks will retain possession. They're just inbounded off the side. You get it into Towns. Towns hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right, being guarded by the rookie Knipple. Driving it down, scoop play with the right hand. Can't get it to go. A lot of contact, no foul call. Here comes Colin Sexton, who's also just checked in. Over to Miller. Back to Sexton. Sexton up top, manipulating his way to his left. Mid-range pull-up jumper over Towns. Gets it to go. Nothing but net. Back to a 2-point game. Bridges bringing it down the other way. They get it to Towns in the post, being guarded by Yabusele. Backing him down, backing him down, backing him down. Stop, leans in, pump fake, leans in again, throws up the hook, got it. Oh, didn't miss the floater, just rolled off the rim. Battle for the rebound. Towns able to end up with it after Yabusele was also fighting down low for it, and he lays it up and in. Here comes Trey Mann bringing it down the other way, and we talked about Trey Mann struggling a little bit here with his minutes being reduced. In the lane, puts up the floater though, and gets it to go off the screen. Nice floater from him. Here comes Jalen Brunson bringing it down the other way. Brunson on the right wing. Hands it off to McBride. Quickly throws up the three. Nothing but net for Deuce McBride, and hopefully that's a sign that he's going to start coming out of that shooting slump. Here comes Colin Sexton bringing it down. Coming to his right off the Yabusele screen. In the lane. Kicks it out cross court. Knipple an open three in the left wing. He's been knocked down all season. Missed his first 2 of the game. Good rebound from Yabusele. That's what I like to see from him. Here comes Jalen Brunson bringing it down the other way. Brunson on the right wing being picked up by the rookie Knipple. He's got him in the torture chamber in the paint. Throws up the floater. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Good defense from Knipple. Here comes Trey Mann. Hit ahead to Knipple. Knipple on the left wing being picked up by Brunson. Dancing with it. Coming to his left. Spins to his right in the lane. Stops. Fall away in the paint. Got it to go. Great patient move from the rookie Con Knipple. Incredibly impressive with his patience there. Normally, rookies will turn that over or throw up a quick floater. He stepped through, created the space, and hit the little fall-away jumper. Brunson with the switch on Diabite. Kicks it out to McBride. He's going to pump fake, drive to his left, stop, picks up his handle. He's got nowhere to go. Gets it to Towns in the post, being guarded by Bridges. Blows past him in the lane. Scoop layup. Gets it to go down for Karl-Anthony Towns. And he's looking for a foul call. He's not going to get it. But the Knicks now lead by 5, 24-19 with 4 minutes to go. Colin Sexton up top, driving to his left, being guarded by McBride. Sexton dancing with it, crosses over. McBride does a great job sticking in front of him. They kick it out to Trey Mann for a 3 over Towns. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. And a foul on Yabusele. Foul on the Knicks. Not what you want to see. Come on, Yabu. Come on, Yabu. Judges, that's a loud cheers in Charlotte for the Knicks. Yep. I mean, look, Carolina's not far away. Not far away from New York. A lot of New Yorkers end up in Carolina. Towns to the bench here. Mitchell Robinson in the game. Come on, Big Mitch. You got to dominate down there. Got to dominate down there, big dog. Under 4 to go here. They get it into Kalkbrenner. McNeely is in the game. The other rookie. Really good draft class here for the Charlotte Hornets. McNeely dancing around the screen. Puts up the straightaway 3 over Brunson. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Robinson steers a nice strong rebound down low. Here comes Bridges. Bridges dancing with it, crosses over between the legs. Now coming to his left off the Robinson screen, down low. Throws up a floater or a lob, I don't know. Robinson thought maybe it was a lob, but it hit the back of the rim. Kalkbrenner with the rebound. Here comes Trey Mann. Trey Mann on the left wing. Coming to his right off the screen. Trey Mann over to Sexton. Catches it on the stampede cut down the lane to the basket. Gets the layup to go over Robinson and gets the foul on Clarkson as he blew past him. 3:24 to go. Colin Sexton to the foul line for 1 more. Knicks have had their more than enough opportunities here to help extend the lead, and they're just putting themselves on the back foot. Robinson should have sent that into the 3rd row there, and Clarkson just grabbing a hold of Sexton there. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Isaiah Garner said, Yabu has been playing solid for us, but we got him to score, and I haven't really been seeing that lately this season. No, he's only averaging 2 points. Haven't really been seeing it at all. We did get him because of his offensive capabilities. Sexton knocks down his free throw. Brunson has it up top. Coming to his left. Stop, turn, spin. Fall the way over Bridges. Gets it to go. Where's my foul call? Brunson doesn't get it, but he does knock down the jumper. Trey Mann has it up top. In and out dribble. Coming to his left. Hesitates. Now driving. Step back. Foul line. Fall the way jumper. In and out. Can't get it to stay. Good box out and rebounds from Mikal Bridges, keeping Ryan Kalkbrenner off the glass. Bridges now bringing it down. Gets it over to Robinson. Back to Bridges. Bridges dancing with it around Robinson. Coming to his left off the screen. Driving it down in the lane, throws up a lefty floater off glass. Who taught Mikal Bridges to use that left hand? Here comes Colin Sexton bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Yabusele on a mismatch here. Why? Now Robinson switched onto him. What happened there? Sexton's just going to dance with it against Robinson, drives it past him, gets in the lane, forced to kick it out. Trey Mann able to save it from going out of bounds. And he pulls it all the way back out, up top to Bridges, 1-on-1 against Clarkson, crosses over to his left, bullies his way into the paint, gets the righty layup to go over Robinson, switching from the left hand to the right hand to get past the shot blocker, and got the layup to go in a timeout from the New York Knicks here. 4-point game still, 28-24 with 2:20 to go. Isaiah Garner said, I'm liking how the Knicks and Hornets are playing. I told you it's going to be an offensive barn burner here today. An offensive battle between these two teams. Lionel said, it's another MSG South game for the Knicks. Yep. Mark.tv said, can't complain too much. I mean, it is the first quarter. I always like to describe the first quarter as the feel-out quarter in the NBA, right? You're just trying to feel out how are they coming out? Are they firing away from 3? Are they trying to attack the inside? Are there matchups they're going at? Obviously, they're going to try and target Jalen Brunson every time, and now they're targeting Jordan Clarkson every time. So that's something the Knicks are going to have to tackle here. Judge that said Mitch off the bench seems like a disservice for him. He's kind of slow to get up to speed. But he also hasn't been good as a starter either. The last couple of games. I mean, he started off the year really strong. I just think that part of it is also when the entire discussion about Mitchell Robinson, to his face, that he's talked about, the coaching staff has talked about, the medical staff has talked about, the front office has talked about, everybody's talked about it. Even Mitchell Robinson's talked about it, where he knows that clearly the priority is to make sure that I'm healthy for the end of the season for the playoff run, right? And it's nice to start off the year and you're happy playing basketball again, but it gets to a point where it's just like, oh yeah, here's another 2-minute stretch for me. Let me just go out there, get my 2 minutes, and I'll do what I can, and then I'm back to the bench. I understand why maybe the production's starting to slow down, like in his mind a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, if you're not providing the things we need you to provide on a consistent basis, we're going to look for somebody else to step in, and the minutes are going to start getting slashed. So I understand it. I understand him not starting today. It's an interesting thing to see, Justice Dad, because I don't think you're entirely wrong, but it's interesting to see if maybe Mitch coming off the bench is a little bit better, getting away from the Twin Tower set a little bit. So you guys are telling me about this other game. Who won, who lost? That game over with? Celtics with a 1-point lead. Celtics with a 1-point lead. As a matter of fact, should we pull it up over on the other monitor here? Just to keep an eye on it. Just to keep an eye on it, right? Oh, there's an ESPN game, so I have to go over here. Watch ESPN games over here. We'll sign in there. We're here. Put the Celtics game on. See if the Celtics can upset the Detroit Pistons tonight. Isaiah Gardner said, but I would feel like we don't always go to the double big only for teams. I feel like we need that. Yeah, very, very good point too, Isaiah Gardner, because do they need the double bigs against the Charlotte Hornets team that doesn't really have any bigs? Not really. I mean, they have Yabusele backing up Brian Kalkbrenner. I think we're fine being out there with the one big. We got the other game on the monitor here. We'll see how this one ends out. But Deuce McBride will be bringing it down. McBride has it up top, being guarded by Trey Mann. Gets it over to Robinson. Robinson gets fouled by Zion James. Another good pickup in the draft here for the Charlotte Hornets. They had a really good draft. I thought about making a graphic for Zion James, but ultimately decided against it. I had so many graphics for the Hornets, I was like, this is fine. McBride looking to get it in, gets it into Robinson. Robinson up top. Looking for somebody to get it to, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson off the screen, pump fakes. Now driving it down to his left, stop, half spin, blows past Zion James against a floater to go. Just a wily vet, just a wily superstar teaching the rookie the ropes. Sexton coming to his right at the Kalkbrenner screen, snaking it back to his left hand, fall away, foul line jumper, got it to go, and another foul on Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson been pretty horrendous so far tonight. Not good night for him. Cade Cunningham dancing with the ball, lost it out of bounds. It's going back to the Celtics. And there's another turnover for Cade Cunningham in the clutch. Looks like the Detroit Pistons run is going to come to an end here tonight against Boston. All they got to do is execute down the stretch and knock down the free throws. But we know how that can go, so the game's not over yet. So Colin Sexton is at the foul line for one more here. And he misses the free throw. Love missed free throws from the opponents every single time. Robinson snatches a good defensive rebound down low. That's a couple of good defensive rebounds there for Mitchell Robinson. Brunson has it on the right wing. Coming to his left off the Robinson screen. Gets into the paint. Pump fakes. One-legged fall-away jumper. In and out. Can't get it to stay. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Sexton able to come out with it. Now he's bringing it down. Full head of steam. Now he's going to slow it down. Wait for his big man to get back. Run the pick and roll with him coming to his right. Cross-court pass over to, who's that? McNeely in the left corner. Knocks it down. Ryan McNeely. Gets it to a one-point game, 30-29, 1:20 to go. Josh Hart bringing it down. Knicks out there with Brunson, Hart, Clarkson, and McBride. Josh Hart all the way to the rim. Can't get the scoop layup with the left hand to go, and that's because he got fouled by McNeely, so he's going to go to the foul line 2 free throws here. Derek White is at the foul line in the other game for 2 free throws. He can extend it to a 3-point lead against Detroit with 10 seconds to go. Knocks it down. Michael Rogers, what's up, Michael Rogers? MBM said, I think all the Knicks understand it's all about the postseason. Production will be down. Better efficiency is the key. Absolutely, absolutely. It's also about experimenting during the regular season, which is something we talked about all of last year. The regular season is about experimenting so that when you get to the playoffs, you're ready for all kinds of scenarios, whether you have to go double bigs, whether you have to go to single bigs, whether you have to put 4 guards out there with a big, right? Building chemistry with new configurations and new roster, new bench, right? about all of those things just to get to the postseason, because the Knicks will be there. We're not battling anymore to get to the postseason. The Knicks will be there. They're a talented team. So it's about what you do when you get there. Josh Hart knocked down both free throws, 1 minute to go. Sexton gets it over to Trey Mann. Trey Mann up top, dancing with it against Brunson. Coming to his left off the Kalkbrenner screen. In and out dribble, driving it down against Robinson. Scoop play with the left hand. Gets it to go past the shot blocker. Beautiful move from Trey Mann. Robinson just not as quick as he used to be. Getting blown by multiple times off screens. He's actually been an active, bad pick and roll defender this year, which is something he used to be just absolutely dynamic at. Clarkson has it, kicks it out to McBride, extra pass to Brunson, pump fakes, drives it down, draws the foul, gets the shot to go, and they give him the and one, so he's going to go to the foul line for one more. 45 seconds to go. NBM said multitasking Sheffy. Got to. David, Celtics up by 3 with 9 seconds left. Absolutely. Obviously, Detroit's going to call a timeout there. So they're currently sitting at a timeout. George Jones said, calling both games at once, no easy feat. Well, the Detroit Celtics game here is going to wind up being a free throw fest, so we'll be able to do both easily here. Although this is good practice, because like I said, I did want to work in like an NBA red zone, an NFL red zone version of a show here for basketball on a night where we have a bunch of good games and we want to get to all of them. This is good practice. Brunson at the foul line for his one more free throw. Got it to go. Love to see that. Knicks with a 4-point lead again. These teams going back and forth. Knicks slight lead for majority of the night. Lamelo Ball has it up top being guarded by Josh Hart. Ball's going to dance with it. Coming to his left off a screen. Josh Hart sticking with him. Gets into the lane. Throws up a floater. Can't get it to go. Robinson knocks the rebound out to McBride. McBride quickly trying to push it the other way. Knocked out of his hands. But it's going to go back to the Hornets. McBride, you got to learn to slow that one down. Either slow that one down or just turn on the Jets. You didn't do either. Corey Thorin. What's up, Corey? Kinahara. What's up, Kinahara? Ball has it up top for what could be the final possession of the quarter, as there's only about a 4-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Lamelo Ball gets it over to Miller. Back to Ball. They immediately fouled Cade Cunningham, by the way, putting him at the line, not allowing him to even attempt the three. Lamelo Ball throws up a running hook. Can't get it to go. Quick outlet to Bridges. Bridges is going to go all the way for the scoop layup, but the buzzer got it to go. Great decision from Mikal Bridges. A lot of guys would have settled for a pull-up jumper, not knowing exactly how much time was left. Mikal Bridges calculated it perfectly, let it go just as the buzzer expired, got the finger roll to go. Great outlet, by the way. Got to give credit to Mitchell Robinson with a great outlet. Not known for his outlet passes, but Mitchell Robinson snagged the rebound and gave a great outlet to Mikal Bridges, which allowed him to get the layup off in time. Exactly what you want to see. Good way to close the quarter. 37-31, a 6-point lead. Cade Cunningham knocked down both free throws. They're going to play the free throw game here, although Detroit doesn't have any more timeouts remaining, so interesting decision there. But with 9 seconds to go, should be more than enough time for them to rush the ball down and get an open three, but they're going to have another timeout. Extra money on the line. Knicks are balling. Yeah, extra money on the line. Kay Hayes said, Knicks looking energized tonight. They should. They had a fairly easy night against the Brooklyn Nets the other night. And then today, with it taking on more meaning, being an NBA Cup game, that's what you want to see them do. You want to see them take these games a lot more seriously. Kinahara said, MVP should be Jokic, of course. Better numbers and more important to his team than even Shea, who is also great, of course. Were we talking about MVP in here somewhere? Yeah, I think Jokic so far is the MVP locked up so far. Obviously, it's a long season, and we'll see how the season plays itself out. But this might be the best season of Jokic's career, and that's saying something because he has had some historic seasons. Mark.TV said, not a bad first quarter. Not a bad first quarter at all. Doug Fresh, what's up, Doug Fresh? Boston needs to win. Hope Pistons get a losing streak. Yeah, I mean, look, anybody can, except for the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are just running away with the league so far. It may not matter what any team does, because they're going to have to go up against that buzzsaw that is the Oklahoma City Thunder, that are better this year than they were last year. Believe it or not. So the Celtics, all they have to do is inbound, and they use another timeout, their last timeout. They got to get it in. Game's not over yet. The Flea said Shea ain't even playing the fourth quarters. Y'all are tripping. Best record, too. Does have the best record. But that dude, Nikola Jokic, is different, my brother. He is different. MBM said they better. We need to build. They need to build on this. They need to build on it. 6-point lead. 6-point lead. 37-31. Going into the fourth quarter in a minute here. Here we go. Tyler Kolek is in the game. He's bringing it down. Coming to his left to get it over to Towns. Towns, mid-post, at the foul line. Back out to Kolek, back to Towns. Towns quickly spins to his right. Stop, turn, kicks it out to Clarkson. Clarkson up top. Coming to his right off a Towns screen. Putting his head down, attacking. Euro steps, gets into the lane, gets blocked. Clarkson recovers it, turns and fires at the buzzer. Air ball, Yabusele with the rebound. Terrible start to the game here for Jordan Clarkson. Has been an absolute non-factor. Matter of fact, he's been an active detriment to the team. Beautiful swing pass out to Zion James for an open corner three, but shoots up an air ball. From the corner, he hit the backboard and no rim. Crazy. Josh Hart swings through down the lane, scoop layup with the right hand. Can't get it to go, gets chased down, blocked by Yabusele. No foul call. Josh Hart lands on the floor looking for a foul call. So it's a 5-on-4. Brandon Miller down the lane, kicks out the Lamelo ball, standing there by himself, shoots up the three. Can't get it to go, fight for the rebound, knocked out of bounds by Yabusele. It's going to go back to the Knicks. No, they're going to change the call. It's going to stay here with the Hornets. The Celtics get the ball in. It looks like they got the ball in, and Anthony Simons is at the foul line for 2 free throws. Isaiah Garner said, Jokic or Shea winning MVP this year? Yeah, it's going to be one of those two guys. Wemby slowed down, Giannis is slowed down, and he's been a bit injured so far. Melo ball up top, coming to his right, snaking it back to his left hand, throws up the foul line, floater comes up short. Josh Hart just rips down a rebound and then gets fouled by Yabusele. Josh Hart has been an animal these last couple of games. I love it. I love it. This is the Josh Hart we know and love. Isaiah Garner said maybe Cade wins MVP. Absolutely not. He's got no chance. As much as I love Cade, I'm a huge Cade Cunningham fan, he's got no chance. He's not even in the same realm as Shea and Jokic. McBride bringing it down. McBride has it up top, being guarded by James. Directing some traffic. The Knicks are out there with Kolek, McBride, Clarkson, and Hart, and Towns. And a lot of confusion here offensively. Josh Hart with his palms up in the air. What are we running? McBride gets it out to Hart. He's going to pump fake, jab step, now puts it up out of the left corner, and he knocks it down. Josh Steph Curry Hart. Celtics foul Cade Cunningham. He's not going to put up they're not going to give him 3 free throws, I don't think. Cross-court pass, extra pass to Brandon Miller. They run him off the line. Sidestep 3 for Brandon Miller. Comes up short. Towns battles for a rebound. Snags it. Quick outlet to Kolek. Kolek will bring it down. Hit ahead to Josh Hart. Josh Hart's going to put his head down. Tries to kick it out to Clarkson. Gets stolen by Zion James. Great defense from him. Hit ahead to Lamelo on the left wing. Coming to his left off the screen. Steps back in the corner. Puts up the 3. Hit the side of the backboard. Josh Hart with the rebound. They get it over to Towns. Towns has it up top, and he's going to look to go one-on-one. Pump fakes over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart gets it to Towns in the mid-post. Spins. Goes under the basket. Goes up off glass. Can't get it to go, but he draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Said, Yabusele, you just can't guard me. And my man, Niall Dimitri, with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Niall. He said, happy Thanksgiving, Sheffy. Let's go. Appreciate you, Niall Dimitri. As always, my man. Very generous of you, as always. Manuel Mercado. What's up, Manuel? Click the like button, guys. Let's show Sheffy some love. Appreciate you guys. I definitely feel the love from you guys, man. Very appreciative of the way you guys have been, man. Very appreciative. You know, I said Hart has actually been okay from 3 this season. He's actually been pretty fantastic. Been pretty fantastic. I think Cade Cunningham and the Pistons here are advocating for 3 free throws. He was clearly rising to shoot from half court. Towns is at the foul line. Knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. And I don't know why my score is so off. I'm not doing a good job. I'm trying to multitask here. But the Boston's up by 3 here against the Pistons. 115-112 with 4 seconds to go. Both teams out of timeouts. Cade Cunningham at the foul line. He's going to have to miss this next one. They're going to have to tip it out for a shot. Towns knocked down the first free throw, giving them a 10-point lead. Knocks down the second free throw. Largest lead of the game for the Knicks. They have their double-digit lead. Now you have to continue to build on it. 42-31. Lamelo Ball bringing it down. Yabusele at the scores table. Ball coming to his left of the screen. They get it over to Bridges. They leave Bridges open for a 3, and he makes them pay. Come on, you can't leave him that open. Like, I get daring him to shoot, of course, but you can't leave him that open. He's got all day to line it up. He's not that bad of a three-point shooter. Josh Hart has it up top, being guarded by Miller. They get it over to Kolek. Tyler Kolek, being guarded by Con Knipple, coming to his left, pulls it out, directing traffic, waving him off. Cross court to Josh Hart. He's going to pump fake from three, drives it down in the lane, lefty layup, can't get it to go. Town snatches an offensive rebound, gets swatted from behind, loose ball. Miller able to pick it up, hit ahead to the Lamelo ball. He's going to drive it down, leaves it off. Brandon Miller wide open as the trailer for a three, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Zion James has it, pulls it out over to Knipple. He's going to pump fake, drive it to his left, loses the handle. Ball is loose, out of bounds, off of Knipple, ball back to the Knicks. They force Cade Cunningham misses the free throw on purpose, trying to battle for an offensive rebound. Payton Pritchard ends up with it. He gets fouled, and that should be the end of the game. He should knock down these free throws, and with 2.4 seconds left, not much of a chance for Detroit there. McBride down the lane gets fouled, driving to his right. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws with 8:45 to go here in the second quarter. Kay Hazy said, I'm so happy for Kolek getting regular minutes. Yeah. I mean, if Clarkson's going to be as bad as he's been so far tonight, Kolek, it makes sense for Kolek to get some minutes here. McBride swishes the first free throw, a perfect free throw. Thank you, Deuce McBride. Knock down your free throws here tonight, Knicks. Payton Pritchard's a knockdown free throw shooter, so like I said, that game should be over, and Boston should be able to pull off this victory over Detroit. McBride hit the first one, knocks the second one down, 2 perfect free throws, a 10-point lead for New York here, and Charlotte will bring it down. Lamelo has it in the backcourt. McBride applying some pressure. Lamelo ball has it up top. Charlotte trying to run their offense. Good denial from the Knicks here. Lamelo has nowhere to go as he picked up his handle. They get it over to Bridges. Bridges fakes the handoff, driving to his right, stops, throws up the floater. Good defense from Towns. Towns with the rebound. Outlet to Josh Hart. Josh Hart's been a menace so far here tonight. He has it on the right wing, being picked up by Miller. Josh Hart coming to his left. Gets it over to Towns in the post. Backing down Miller in the paint. Steps through. Finger roll layup with the left hand. Karl-Anthony Towns has been a beast in the post so far here. And a 12-point lead for New York. 46-34, and they are featuring Karl-Anthony Towns heavy. And just like we talked about earlier tonight, they should be featuring him heavier because he has the matchup advantage with Charlotte not really having legitimate bigs. Their best big is a rookie, Ryan Kalkbrenner, who I like, who's had a solid year, but he is a rookie. A second-round pick at that. King free. Detroit lost. Detroit finally lost, has their winning streak snapped. So now they're up to 3 losses. Love each other. What's up, love each other? Foong Pei. What's up, Foong Pei? Karl-Anthony has been declared a principality. Mikey Beds. What's up, Mikey? Will Tyler Kolek become our Austin Reeves? Probably not. Probably not. Austin Reeves is pretty damn good. I don't see Tyler Kolek becoming that. Isaiah Gardner said Cade was the only player that was going. I mean, that happens. They're not gonna go on an 80-game winning streak and go 80-2. So it happens. You lose games. Guys have bad games. It is what it is. Right? 13, 14-game winning streak, whatever it was, incredibly impressive. Got them out to a fantastic start so far here in the Eastern Conference. As a matter of fact, just because of how well they got off to a great start, that is their first loss in what? A month almost? Yeah, about a month. Foong Pei, so what's up, Chevy? Your commentary is always on point. Appreciate you, Foong Pei. Appreciate you, man. We can look at the standings real quick, just because I want to highlight how good. The Detroit Pistons have been so far this year. They're 15-2. They're going to drop down to 15-3 now. But, you know, I mean, the Knicks are 3 losses behind them in the column. That's why I say not really interested in standings watch as of yet. Still a couple of weeks away from really caring about what the standings are shaping out to be like. But Detroit at 1, Toronto at 2. Toronto is going to end up being 2 games behind Detroit for the first seed in the East, which is pretty hilarious. But Toronto now holds the longest winning streak in the Eastern Conference with 8, and they play tonight. So winning streaks on the line. Detroit loses theirs. Toronto's winning streak will be on the line, and Oklahoma City's winning streak will be on the line as they play tonight as well. AP said, Detroit, they've been eating pretty good for the past month. I mean, yeah, Yeah, they've been taking advantage of a easier start to the year with their schedule. But that's exactly what you need to do. You need to take advantage of what the schedule is, right? Take advantage of the weak points in your schedule. Exactly what you need to do. They did it. They did it. They'll have a harder schedule in the second half of the year, but taking advantage of what they have so far. Nick Yak said, only 4 threes and the team is cooking. Yeah, and no threes from our guys who normally make threes, right? Miles Bridges gets hit with a travel to start the comeback out of that timeout, 46-34. AP said 81-1, no one is beating them. I mean, the Thunder do look unbeatable. Kolek has it up top, but they have also had a really easy schedule to start the year. So Towns faces up, fires up a mid-range shot, can't get it to go. The first time he's really settled tonight, testing out to see if the jumper's on point, misses that mid-range shot. Lamelo Ball has it up top, coming to his left, hits Millicunt to the rim, goes up for a two-handed slam. Karl-Anthony Towns, where are you on the weak side, my brother? You need to be there as a rim protector. Down to a 10-point game. Forgot to restart the timer. 7:30 to go. Kolek up top, coming to his right, spins back to his left, driving it down. Steps through in the paint, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, knocked out of bounds. It's going to remain with the Knicks. I like that move from Kolek. You just got to knock it down, my man. Got to knock it down. Namar, what's up, Namar? Susan, what's up, Susan? Eamon Owens, what's up, Eamon? Kenny McLeod, what's up, Kenny? Love each other said, I don't understand how the Pacers knocked the Knicks out in the playoffs to being one of the worst teams in the regular season. Injuries, obviously we all know about the Halliburton injury, but to start the year, pretty much everybody was injured aside from Siakam. They were running like legitimate G League players out there because of all the injuries they've had. Now guys are starting to come back. They'll start to win some more games, but they're already so far behind the 8-ball. They'll be in the lottery for sure. Miller has it up top, dancing with it against Kolek, coming to his left, driving it down, stops, turns, spins, kicks it out to Miles Bridges. Bridges, pass fake. Kolek trying to stay in front of him. Good defense to stay in front of him, but Bridges, bigger and stronger, able to put up the floater over him anyway, and he gets it to go. Again, Karl-Anthony Towns, you have to step over there and really contest that. You go over to Towns on the pick and pop, steps back for a 3, a terrible shot, but he can knock it down, but he misses it. And now here comes Knipple off the rebound. Quick hit ahead to Miller. Karl-Anthony Towns getting a little audacious with his shot taking here. Knipple on the pick and pop, can't get the 3 to go. McBride snatches a rebound, and now the Knicks are bringing it down. McBride leaves it off for Towns as the trailer. Coming to his left, leaves it off for Clarkson. Clarkson trying to drive the lane, puts up the floater. Got it to go. Beautiful move from Jordan Clarkson, attacking his former teammate in Colin Sexton there. Back up by, and why am I score so off? It's 50-38. What shot did I miss previously? Colin Sexton gets it over to Bridges. Bridges settles for the 3 over Towns. Towns a little late to get a hand up. Long rebound. McBride picks up another one, but a foul on Jordan Clarkson, who has been an absolute foul machine so far tonight. Brother, clean it up, JC. Clean it up. Just that said, Halliburton lucky shot. We said to never bring up the topic last year's conference finals. Yeah. I mean, I didn't bring it up. You brought it up. I moved right past it. I gave him an answer, and I moved right past it. Just that. You didn't have to bring that up. Doug Fresh, the Thunder are cruising. They will be. They will be cruising. They have a pretty good game tonight against the Timberwolves, so that'll be interesting. Bridges hands it off to Knipple, off the screen, off the handoff, wide open 3, misses it. Knicks are catching the break with Knipple way off here tonight. Past the halfway point, Brunson is subbed back in. They get over to Towns as the trailer, straightaway 3, can't get it to go, and Towns firing away, but not knocking down any shots yet again. Trey Mann on the right wing, driving it down, pulls it back out, has it in the right corner as Towns switched onto him. Trey Mann probably going to look to be going one-on-one here. Gets it over to nobody. Bridges picks it off. He's going to bring it down. Leaves it off of Karl-Anthony Towns all the way to the rim. Lefty layup. Got it to go. Way to feed the big man, Bridges. Way to feed the big man. Misfiring some shots. We're clearly trying to get Karl-Anthony Towns off offensively tonight. He's missed some perimeter shots, but everything in the paint has been all green. Trey Mann up top, dancing with it against Kolek. Crosses over in the corner to James. Jab step. Pulls it back out. Kolek does a good job switching onto him. Knocks it out of his hands. Trey Mann now has it up top. Driving to his right, mid-range fall-away jumper, rattles it in over Jalen Brunson. Here comes Jalen Brunson bringing it down. Brunson being guarded by James. Over to Towns. Towns catches, pump fake, jab step, driving it down, and an offensive foul on Karl-Anthony Towns, just fully extending the arm on Miles Bridges and shoving him out of the way. There's our every single night we get an offensive foul for Karl-Anthony Towns. Very blatant push off from Towns. He doesn't even argue it. He knows it. I don't even understand how you get to that point. I don't even understand how you get to that point where you blatantly push off. Chris Dino Osler, what's up, Chris? Why did I stop my timer? 5 minutes to go here. Bridges out on the left wing, crosses over, pulls it back out, pass fake. Good defense from the Knicks. Gets it over to Sexton. Sexton driving to his left, spins to his right. He's got nowhere to go. Excellent double team. He steps through, scoop layup, got it to go. Colin Sexton finds a way, man. He finds a way every time. Cuts it back to 10. 52-42. Sexton was caught double teamed along the baseline, along the sideline, and he was still able to jab step and then circle around past Kolek to get the scoop layup to go. Brunson down the lane, puts up the floater off glass, can't get it to go. He's looking for a foul. He's not going to get it. Here comes Knipple pushing it the other way. Knipple dancing with it against Josh Hart, crosses over down the lane, gets caught in the lane. Good defense from Yabusele, who was there, forced to kick out. Now Bridges is going to look to attack down the lane, gets blocked by Bridges again. Second block of the night from Mikal Bridges, who's been spectacular defensively. Kolek hit Bridges, cut to the rim with the reverse alley-oop layup, as always. Kind of a signature here from Mikal Bridges and Tyler Kolek, diming it up. Trey Mann has it on the left wing, snaking it back to his right hand off the screen. Kolek does a good job fighting back in front of him, forces him to pick it up. They get it out to Sexton. Sexton up top, being guarded by Bridges, calling for a screen. Sexton dancing with it. Kolek switched on to him. Sexton coming to his left, off the Kalkbrenner screen. A straightaway three for Sexton. Comes up short, long rebound. Josh Hart picks it up. Hit ahead to Brunson. Brunson, left side of the court. He's got a lane down. Puts up the floater, a lot of contact. Got it to go. End the foul. Send me to the foul line for one more. Finally, give me the whistle I've been needing all night long. And there you go, Josh Hart going to Jalen Brunson. Give him the flex. Hype your man up, Josh Hart. Hype your man up. I love that. Hype your teammates up. Brunson will go to the foul line for one more. Too big, too strong, too talented. 3:30 to go. We're going to let our timer sync up here. Knicks now up by, got to give them the 2 points. Knicks now up by 14 with Brunson at the foul line for one more. Isaiah Garner said, Knicks looking like the Knicks. It's a game they're taking much more seriously than the previous games they've had. And yeah, they're looking like the Knicks we know and love. Not great competition against the Hornets, but you got to beat down the bad competition. You got to beat down the bad teams. Brunson knocks down his and one free throw. Thank you for knocking down your free throws. Here comes Trey Mann. He has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Trey Mann gets it over to McNeely, being guarded by Brunson. Up top to Mann. Coming to his left off the Kalkbrenner screen. Cross court out to Sexton, catches it on the run, has it in the paint, kicks it out to Trey Mann, an open left wing three for him, and he knocks it down, nothing but net. Helping too far in the gaps there for Bridges. You got Mitchell Robinson in the paint. You're just going to have to trust his rim protection. Even though it hasn't been great this year, you're just going to have to trust it. They get over to Bridges on the right wing, being guarded by Mann, backing him down. Bridges now getting aggressive offensively. Fall away jumper in the paint, got it to go, and here comes Mikal Bridges. Rosemary Rivero, what's up, Rosemary? Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Sexton coming to his left, loses the handle. McBride guarding him, and then a blocking foul on Deuce McBride. Come on, Deuce McBride sliding his feet. That's just good defense from Big Deucey. That's just good defense right there. McBride pleading his case to the official. He's saying, I'll beat him to the spot. He ran into me. I beat him to the spot. I was planted here, which I agree with that argument. But we get a full timeout from the Knicks here. When we come back out of it, Charlotte will have the ball inbounding it from the sideline. Mr. Lee, what's up, Mr. Lee? What happened to Kolek? He defends now. I mean, Kolek has always been a pretty solid, underrated defender. He's small. He's not super quick, so you can blow past him if you pull it all the way back out. But he slides his feet well. He's smart, communicates well. He battles. He's tough. He's gritty. I like Kolek. The issue with Kolek is that he's just very redundant size-wise, right? You already are small with Brunson, McBride, and Clarkson. So I like Kolek. He's just redundant to what we have, unfortunately. Nick Yak said, the women refs have been horrible. That's a call that a lot of officials have made this year. I mean, normally if you knock an offensive player off balance and they fall out of bounds, they're usually going to give the offensive player the benefit of the doubt. This is 2025 NBA basketball where the offense gets the benefit of the doubt almost every time, right? Like, I fully agree with Deuce McBride there. He definitely beat him to the spot. Sexton ran into him, lost his balance because McBride's strong dude, took the hit. Sexton lost his balance and fell out of bounds. And instead of calling it out of bounds, you say, well, you fouled him. You knocked him out of bounds. So that's actually a call that you see all the time in the NBA. Unfortunately. You guys know how I feel about block charges. I feel like there's far more charges, but they just rule them blocks in the NBA, especially out on the perimeter. Like, that shouldn't be a blocking foul. I'm sliding my feet and I beat you to the spot, right? Isaiah Garner said, can't wait to get OG back, man. Yeah, I do think that it is going to be really good in the long run for the Knicks to learn how to not fully rely on OG Anunoby as the season goes on, right? Because they rely on him a lot, especially defensively. So hopefully they're learning. And Mike Brown learning as well. He's seeing more of what he has around the roster here and where to put guys in position to be more successful. Like a Mikal Bridges, right, who's been stepping up defensively here in the absence of Anunoby. Daniel Tilson, what's up, Daniel? Justice Datson, Mikal's 4 for 4. Yeah, I mean, we talked about Mikal Bridges like being really solid at bringing what he normally brings. He's already got 2 blocks and 2 steals, by the way. But like, we need him. We need more. We need. Well, geez, Louise, can I get a word out? Stumbling all over my words. We need him to be more aggressive offensively, looking for his shot. The ball gets knocked out of Lamelo's hands as he's driving to the rim, but it serendipitously ends up right into the hands of Kalkbrenner for an easy 2-handed slam. McBride up top to Bridges. Bridges is out there with Brunson, Hart, Robinson, and McBride. Josh Hart has it up top. The Hornets are out there with Lamelo, Brandon Miller, Kalkbrenner, Terrence Mann, and Miles Bridges. Mikal Bridges goes along the baseline, pump fake, kicks it out to McBride, a right corner 3 for Deuce. Knock me down, Deuce McBride. Way to get those points right back. Here come the Hornets quickly pushing it the other way. It's 62-47, a 15-point lead for the Knicks. Ball dancing with it, gets it out to Miller, back to ball, coming to his right off the screen. Josh Hart switches onto him. LaMelo Ball directing traffic, calling for another screen. Brunson now switches onto him. This is what LaMelo wants. He's going to dance with it one-on-one, crossing over to his left, gets nowhere, gets it over to Bridges with the shot clock winding down. He steps back for a well-contested shot over Deuce McBride, can't get it to go. Good box down and rebound from Mitchell Robinson. Quick outlet to Josh Hart. Josh Hart bringing it down. Bullet pass inside the Bridges for the layup. Josh Hart. I love this version of Josh Hart. This is the Josh Hart we initially traded for 2 years ago. 3 years ago? Whenever we traded for Josh Hart. This is the Josh Hart I know and love throughout his NBA career. Happy to have you back, big dog. Bridges manipulates his way down low in the post against McBride, trying to use his size and strength over him. McBride holds his ground, forces a miss. Josh Hart down the lane, gets caught in the air. Back to Josh Hart. Pump fakes, driving to his left, spins to his right, fall away mid-range jumper. Knock me down, Josh Hart. I love it. I love it, big Josh. Get to your spots, brother. 66-47, a 19-point lead for the Knicks with 1 minute to go here in the second quarter. LaMelo Ball has it up top, dancing with it against McBride. Coming to his right off the screen, pulls it back out. Robinson switched onto him. He settles for a deep 3 off the backboard. Can't get it to go. Bridges with the rebound. Quick hand off to Josh Hart. Josh Hart out to Brunson. Brunson a pull-up 3. Give me an assist. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Bridges chases it down for the offensive rebound. Out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart hands it off to Mikal. Back to Josh Hart. Josh Hart directing the offense. Now gets it over to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Trey Mann. Jab step, driving it down. Crosses over. Step back 3. He said off the catch ain't right. Off the dribble it is, though. I'm not used to off the catch. I'm used to off the dribble. Put the ball in my hands. Watch me dance. 69-47, 22-point lead for the Knicks. This is what I wanted to see. A beatdown. LaMelo Ball has it up top being guarded by Deuce McBride. There's about a 8-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Hit ahead. Turnover. Robinson picks it up, gets it over to Josh Hart. And Josh Hart's going to bring it down the other way. They have 7 seconds to go. Josh Hart driving it down. Pulls it back out. Shot clock still winding down. He's going to settle for the 3. Give it to me. Give it to me, Josh. Give it to me, Josh. It is the Josh Hart game, baby. The Josh Hart game has arrived. LaMelo misses the half-court heave, and we have arrived, y'all. 72-47, a 25-point beatdown, and we're having fun. This is the night I wanted to have the other night against the Brooklyn Nets, but it was okay because this is more important in the NBA Cup. This is far more important here tonight, and Josh Hart knows it. Everybody knows it. Everybody has showed up here tonight except for Jordan Clarkson. He's pretty much the only guy I will talk negatively, unfortunately, about tonight because he has not played well. But outside of him, And Josh Hart walking away like he's that dude. Talk to him, Josh. You really are that guy, my brother. Yes, sir. He said, I got my starting spot back. I got my swagger back. He is back like he never left. He is back like he never left. Josh Hart, 3 for 3 from three-point range. He's got 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists in the first half here. We're going to go through it. Best believe we are going to go through it here. Boy, oh boy, is this fun. Rafael Torres, what's up, Raph? Let's go Knicks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yak said, I thought Hart was great last game, but tonight's even better. He's been pretty fantastic since that bad Chicago game he had earlier in the year. The Knicks lost to Chicago. That was the first NBA Cup game they played, and they lost that one. And a pretty bad game as well. And he was terrible that night. Since then, I don't know what he did, but this man has been locked in. And it's culminating here tonight, and so far his best game of the season. And it might be his best game of his Knicks career, although that is a very high bar for Josh Hart because he's had some fantastic games, particularly in the playoffs even. Here we go. Box score. Let's go through it. We'll also go around the league because it's now 8 o'clock, so a couple of games have also should have tipped off. 70-point half, 2K Hazy. Great job pointing that out as well. King Free said great defensive quarter. It was really solid. Yeah, Josh Hart fantastic defensively. Mikal Bridges fantastically defensively. Kolek was solid. Brunson held his own for the most part. Obviously, they're going to look to pick on Jalen Brunson, but he held his own for the most part. Yabusele was solid. Robinson was solid. I really just have an issue right now with the rim protection in terms of like Robinson and Towns just really not coming over aggressively to help rim protect, which is okay. Not sure if, because both of them are doing it very similarly, not sure if that's a little bit of the game plan to force them to shoot floaters and whatnot, but the league is too talented to give these guys open floaters like that. But let's go over the box score real quick. We'll talk about it as we go down. We're going to start with Karl-Anthony Towns because they are featuring him heavy tonight. 5 for 10 from the field for 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, doing a little bit of everything. If he wants to get downhill, he can get downhill. If he wants to get an easy shot at the rim, he can get an easy shot at the rim. We started the team settle for some jump shots there, probably trying to see if he can break his way out of the shooting slump, but he did not, because he did not knock down a three, did not knock down a perimeter shot. All of his buckets came in the paint. 0 for 2 from three-point range for Karl-Anthony Towns. He did still score 12 points, but on 10 shot attempts is not the greatest of efficiency. Did not find himself at the foul line too much. Only 2 free throws for him. Everybody in the starting lineup actually took 2 free throws so far tonight. Nobody on the bench is taking free throws. Interesting. Josh Hart, we're going to save Josh Hart for last. He's got 19 points. Mikal Bridges, 12 points, 5 for 5 from the field. He's been spectacular as well. Defensively, he's really been dominating here tonight. 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks already for Josh Hart has been pretty damn good. Jalen Brunson, 15 points and 12 shot attempts. Again, not the greatest of efficiency. 15 points and 12 shot attempts, not necessarily what you want to see, but part of the reason is they're not really getting to the foul line all that much, and he's only hit 1 3 so far. But either way, like Karl-Anthony Towns, solid. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the shots he's taking. I think for the most part, they're all pretty good, makeable shots. No problem with it. Same with Karl-Anthony Towns. No problem with it. They're all good, makeable shots, but not the greatest of efficiency as of right now. Deuce McBride, 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 from three-point range, finding his way out of that little mini slump a little bit, right? Deuce McBride, 10 points here tonight, along with 3 rebounds, 3 assists, doing a little bit of everything. I love Deuce McBride in the starting lineup. And now with Josh Hart playing the way that he's playing, like I said, back in the starting lineup, boy, oh boy, do I have my swagger back as Josh Hart. 19 already, Hart season high. Ooh, yeah, the season high is here, baby. The season high is here. Let's get to Josh Hart, the other starter, the lone starter that we need to talk about here tonight. 7 for 9 from the field, 3 for 3 from three-point range. Welcome to the party, Big Josh. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, doing everything out there. He also has the nice steal that he got him out in transition for the easy two-handed slam. Josh Hart has been phenomenal tonight. One of the best regular season games we've seen Josh Hart play in a really long time, right? And his best game by far of the season so far. Again, this was only the first half. If this were his entire full game box score, I'd be like, oh, Josh Hart was pretty spectacular tonight. This is one half of basketball for Big Josh. We get to the bench. Bench has been a little bit all over the place. 5 minutes for Yabu. Did not take a shot. Did not score. Grabbed the rebound. Okay. Mitchell Robinson off the bench. 8 minutes. Did not take a shot. Grabbed 4 rebounds. Had an assist on a handoff. He got a steal. All 4 of his rebounds coming from the defensive side, which is interesting. No offensive rebounds for Mitchell Robinson as of yet. But I still thought he was impactful and solid. here tonight. And if he's not going to be dominating the glass the way he normally dominates the glass, then I think bringing him off the bench is the best course of action. You could bring out the double bigs when you're going up against a team like Houston, but when you're going up against a team like the Charlotte Hornets who don't have very many bigs, you don't have to settle and go with the double bigs and kind of limit your offensive ceiling there. Kate Hazy said the whole starting lineup came out on fire. I mean, this is a pretty spectacular starting lineup. Obviously, the biggest weakness is size, so you're not going to be able to start this lineup against every team. But obviously, when OG Anunoby comes back healthy, he'll probably take the spot of Deuce McBride in the starting lineup, and that'll add a ton more size. Jordan Clarkson, who has been the worst player tonight for the New York Knicks. And I was very complimentary of Jordan Clarkson. He's been pretty damn good for a pretty extended stretch here. This is his worst game in a while for him. He's got 3 personal fouls. He's got no turnovers, but it feels like he's had some turnovers. Only a rebound, no assist. Taking some bad shots. He's getting taken advantage of defensively, pointing to the 3 personal fouls there. So not really a good night, not a good 10-minute stretch there for Jordan Clarkson, who just didn't really give us a whole lot. He did get a couple of baskets, which was nice. At least you could chip in that way. I always say if you're messing up on one end, make it up on the other end. So he's been messing up a little bit defensively, making up for a little bit on the offensive end. LOLC John D? What's up, John? Hold on, I could open up your account. I could open your account, my brother. Not the activity. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Oh, that's I Like Shoes. What's up, I Like Shoes? The Hornets are playing more like the Flies. They don't have a stinger. No, they do not. No, they do not. Get that light blue cord out for the rest of Hart's career. For just is that true? Pretty true. David said $148 for Amazon Prime is outrageous. It is. It definitely is. The Josh Hart game, Mark.tv. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I Like Shoes said, all we have to do is fix our three-point defense, and honestly, we should be good to go. Yeah, I mean, obviously easier said than done, right? But yeah, their biggest weakness so far. David Osh Jr. said, Yabu, big disappointment so far? Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Mr. Lee said, Clarkson also fouled out of a game recently. We're having a hard time on the defensive end lately. Yeah, Clarkson, he solves one problem, but exacerbates another one. Right, he gives us another ball handler, but exacerbates the fact that our perimeter defense is pretty bad at the guard position, at the point guard position. Karen reminding people to like button. Appreciate you, Karen. If you are enjoying the show tonight, please go ahead and leave a like, hit that thumbs up button. It is by far more than anything else you can do the best way to support the show. So I appreciate you guys. The Flea said he's going to foul out again. Hart is going to get the box score. Mark.tv said, give another plumber a shot, get everybody involved. It's early in the season and the time to have the bench working. Yeah, I mean, I'm at the point where I would be interested to see what Tosan and Woma can give you. I'm interested to see, can Kevin McCullough give you anything more than what Diawara and Dadier can give you? Dink Pate, when do they call up Dink Pate and see what he has at the NBA level? Just food for thought. Just interesting, right? It's just interesting. Rommel Trills, what's up, Rommel? JC is bench scoring. He is, but you can't give me 4 points off the bench then, but also give up 10. At that point you're in the negative. Doug Fresh said, can we get Diawara in for a few? He's had his opportunities. He hasn't really seized that opportunity, So, no minutes so far here for Diawara tonight. Mark, what's up, Mark? Stranger Things right now with the fam? Oh, Stranger Things night with the fam. That's a good night. I don't know when I'll get to that, but probably soon. Probably won't wait too long to get to it. Amy Machua, what's up, Amy? Always love to see you around, Amy. Looks like things are going well. Things are going extremely well. Kolek, lone guy I forgot to go about because I was going to my Jordan Clarkson rant. Kolek, the one guy I did not talk about so far. Solid. Kolek was solid. Solid ninth man here tonight. Got 7 minutes. How many assists does he have? Only the one? Only the one to Mikal Bridges, but I thought he was really solid defensively. I thought he was really good. Really good at orchestrating the offense and getting guys in position. He set people up really well. He set Karl-Anthony Towns up really well in the post. He is one of those rare true point guards. True point guards, they don't really exist anymore, but Tyler Kolek is one of them. He took one shot, 0 for 1 from the field. Didn't knock it down, but I thought pretty good minutes for Tyler Kolek. The stats aren't there to show it. If you just look at the scoreboard, you'd be like, well, Jordan Clarkson's playing better than Tyler Kolek. It's actually been the opposite, right, when watching the game. Need Clarkson to play better here in the second half. You're going up against your former teammate in Utah with Colin Sexton, so I know he's itching to play well against him. Maybe pressing a little too much. Expecting a better second half for Jordan Clarkson. Need to lock in. Mark said, new season just released 15 minutes ago. Yeah, 8 o'clock, right? Yeah, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. I got the notification from Netflix. They want to make sure everybody tunes in for that. But let's go around the league a little bit here. Bucks Heat. That is a close game. Interesting. Is Giannis playing tonight? He was questionable coming in. He'll likely play on Friday against the Knicks. Giannis did not play today. To be expected. He wants to rest up, make sure he gets the game going in the Garden. Because Friday night's game will be at Madison Square Garden. Without Giannis, Milwaukee is one of the worst teams in the league. I believe they're on a 5-game losing streak. I Like Shoes. You managed to change your name. Appreciate you, I Like Shoes. I hope Gershon has the breakout game sooner or later. I don't want him to get traded. I like Gershon Yabusele a lot. I agree with you that if he doesn't really turn his season around, there's a good chance he's going to be on the trading block come February. But, yeah, I would like to see a breakout game from him soon. Because I really liked him with Philly last year. Thought he was going to be a huge part of the bench mob here this season with the Knicks. And just really, really underperformed so far. Miami has Tyler Hero back, has Bam Adebayo back. So they're back in full force. And they're only up by 4 against Milwaukee. Milwaukee holding their own so far. Like I said, without Giannis, they've been one of the worst teams in the league. But they're holding their own so far. The other games going on, Raptors, Pacers so far. Pacers up by 9. Hold on. Are we going to get an upset night? Detroit loses. Toronto now trailing by 9. It's still early in the game, but trailing by 9 to the Pacers right now. You got Timberwolves Thunder. Can the Timberwolves pull off the upset against the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have only lost one time to the Portland Trailblazers, by the way? The Flea said, pack him up. He dunked on LeBron, got a contract, then disappeared. Well, he had a really good season with Philly last year. He didn't disappear. He actually got to the league and played fantastically. He was really good for Philly last year. Averaged over 11 a game. But, He did have a ton of opportunity with Philly last year as they were dealing with all those injuries. Abe said, can you imagine the Miami Heat going to the NBA Finals? Oh, no. Not really. Not with this roster. Not impossible. They're playing extremely well so far this year, but I don't see it. Amy said the Stuffings recipe still won $25K in a recipe contest in the 80s. Ooh, nice. Susan said RJ Barrett can't wait to see the Knicks in the Garden. Yeah, I'm sure he and Emmanuel Quickley are itching to play the Knicks. That game is coming up soon. Justice Dad said just the average. Hope every team but the Knicks lose if that's possible. Well, it would be nice if the Raptors could lose, and it would be nice if the Heat could lose, because both of those teams are ahead of the Knicks in the standings. So we're Bucks fans and Pacers fans tonight. Just in terms of what would benefit the Knicks the most is if the Heat and the Raptors lose tonight. If that's the case, I believe the Knicks would jump up to the second seed. Would they? No, the Raptors would still be the second seed. They've played more games than the Knicks, but they would be tied in the loss column with the Raptors for being the second seed in the East, which is good. A little early in the season to be caring too much about positioning, about seeding, but wanna play well, right? Don't want to fall too far behind. But here we go. Checking back in for the start of the second half here. Box score is not what I want. I want the game cast. There we go. Start of the third quarter, coming out. Brunson misses the three. Josh Hart battling for it. Knipple picks it up, bringing it down all the way to the basket. Scoop lay with the right hand, can't get it to go. Knocked out of bounds by Yabusele. It's going to go back to the Knicks. Knipple, who's having a phenomenal rookie season, really struggling tonight. He's 1 for 7 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3 for 2 points. Josh Hart has it up top to get it over to Brunson. Brunson, back to Josh. Leaves it off for Bridges. Coming to his left, at the foul line, over to Brunson. In the open space, left wing three for him. Comes up short. Lamelo ball with the rebound. We're bringing it down the other way. Leaves it off for Miles Bridges. Bridges has it up top. Crosses over to ball. Left wing three, over Josh Hart. Too strong, can't get it to go. Yabusele with the offensive rebound. Hits ball, come back door. Josh Hart knocks it out of his hands. Yabusele picks it up. Josh Hart's been a maniac right now. He's running everywhere. And Yabusele goes along the baseline and throws it down over Karl-Anthony Towns. Wake up, Towns. Come on, man. Can't let Yabusele get to the basket on you. Here comes Jalen Brunson bringing it down. Hands it off to Josh Hart. Josh Hart up top being guarded by Miller. Hands it off to McBride. McBride over to Towns. Towns out by the three-point line up top. McBride telling him go to the other side. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges picks up his handle. Now gets it over to Towns in the post. Attacking Bridges. Down the lane. Puts up the floater. Can't get it to go. But is fouled by Miles Bridges. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws with 10:40 to go. Towns at the foul line for 2. Every starter for the Knicks tonight has already hit double figures by halftime. Towns at the foul line for 2 free throws. Trying to take the lid off to start the second half. Neither team has scored yet, and Towns does just that, knocking down his first free throw. The Knicks knocking down their free throws tonight. Towns has one more coming. Towns knocks down the first free throw, knocks down the second free throw, and here come the Hornets. Ball bringing it down, good full court pressure from Deuce McBride here. That's what he should be doing at all times, full court pressure. Ball gets it over to Knipple. Knipple being guarded by Brunson. Coming to his right off the Yabusele screen. No, and he throws a terrible lob. McBride able to pick it off. The Knicks are pushing it the other way. They get over to Bridges. Bridges the right wing three. Can't get it to go. Bridges hit the floor. He's looking for a foul on Lamelo Ball. Bridges over to Miller. Miller right corner three in transition. He got it to go. Knicks are playing 5-on-4 defensively as Bridges hit the floor on the other end. Interesting that no Ryan Kalkbrenner to start the second half here for the Hornets. Is he injured? Is he just not playing well? I like the Yabusele more? Not sure. Miller trying to fight through the Karl-Anthony Towns screen. Picks up the foul. 10 minutes to go. McBride is going to inbound it. It tries to get it into Josh Hart. Knocked out by Lamelo Ball. McBride will now inbound it. They get it into Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it up top. 14 on the shot clock. They get it to Towns in the mid-post. Left wing being guarded by Yabusele. Blown past them. Spins. Righty hook. In and out. Can't get it to stay. It's halfway down. Brandon Miller picks up the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. Miller hit ahead to Lamelo. Lamelo dancing with it. Gets it over to Miller. Miller a right wing three on the pick and pop. 2 in a row for Brandon Miller. He's getting loose. His third three of the night. Knocking it back to the teens. Knocking it below 20 a year. 19-point lead for the Knicks. 74-55. Brunson has it up top. Fakes the handoff. Driving it past Miller. Leans in. Throws up the floater. Got it to go. Lamelo Ball bringing it down the other way. Trying to answer. Ball on the right wing. Coming to his left. Off a stagger screen. Picks up his handle. Good hedge out from Brunson. Knocks the ball out of his hands. It's going to be a jump ball between Brunson and Lamelo. Good defense from Jalen Brunson right there. Knicks defense has been very solid tonight against a pretty... They can be explosive, this Hornets team. They're not always. They're young. They're immature. They take bad shots, particularly Lamelo and Brandon Miller, obviously, but the Knicks defense has been pretty impressive for the most part tonight. The Hornets win the tip out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Hornets here. Knicks are confused by the call, but the ball will remain with the Hornets. 76-55. Lamelo Ball is going to inbound it. They get it into Knipple. Swing through to his right, driving it down against McBride. Knocked out of his hands, but a foul on Deuce McBride. And Brunson and half of the Knicks team on the court immediately signaled to the Knicks bench to challenge it. It looked like McBride slapped the ball out of Knipple's hands all ball. That looked clean, but maybe there was a foul on the body. No, it was Jalen Brunson who knocked the ball out of his hands. Jalen Brunson is hooping. He is hooping here defensively. Knipple's at the foul line. The Knicks bench decide not to use their challenge. If I was Mike Brown, I would have used the challenge there. My star turns to me and vehemently advocates for a challenge. I'm not even looking at my coaching staff. I'm saying, you said it? Okay, JB, okay. Normally, Jalen Brunson's pretty good about signaling his coaching staff for a challenge. Doesn't do it often. Knipple misses the second free throw. Split them. Miles Bridges with the offensive rebound, though, and then gets fouled by Karl-Anthony Towns. So he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. It is down to 20 with Miles Bridges going to the foul line for 2. Having Miles and Mikal Bridges out there at the same time is annoying. I keep wanting to say Mikal because obviously I say Mikal Bridges almost every night. But Miles Bridges misses a free throw there. We love when our opponents misses free throws every single time and time again. We'll never not love it. Bridges splits them, knocking down the second one there. 19-point lead yet again for the Knicks. Here comes Josh Hart. 9 minutes to go. Brunson up top, coming to his left, hands it off to McBride. McBride spinning, coming to his left. He's got a lane, has it at the foul line, stops, loses the ball, slips right out of his hands, goes out of bounds. And so here come the Hornets bringing it down the other way. Lamelo picked up by McBride. Lamelo coming to his left off a good Yabusele screen. Down the lane, throws up a tough floater over Towns, comes up short, grabs his own offensive rebound, pulls it back out to the corner. Now crossing over to his right on Brunson. Euro steps past him, throws up another tough contested floater, and he got that one to go. And he's upset. He's looking for a foul call. Doesn't get it, but the Knicks do call a full time out here. Mikal McBride. I'm stumbling all over my words. You got Miles McBride, you got Miles Bridges, you got Mikal Bridges. Too many similar sounding names. Let me go ahead and refresh my stream, make sure we're all fully caught up. Michael Brown, what's up, Michael Brown? Mr. Lee said Deuce has had a couple turnovers tonight. Yeah, a couple turnovers for Deuce McBride. Not too detrimental, but a couple silly ones for sure. I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to get hot in here. It's starting to get hot in here. Towns with 14, Josh Hart still with the 19, has yet scored, has not grabbed the rebound, has not gotten an assist yet. Mr. Josh Hart. Brunson up to 17 points, though, here. We can still go around the league and check out what's going on with these other games as they continue to go on. David said, OG update. It was said that he was going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks, about a week ago. So we got about another week before we hear another update. Knicks currently up by 17 points here. Good timeout for Mike Brown. Don't want that getting any lower. Miami's taking a 6-point lead over the Bucks. Like we talked about, since Giannis went down with the injury, he's missed about 5 games, and the Bucks are on a 5-game losing streak since. One of the worst teams in the league without Giannis. Rome, what's up, Rome? I'm waiting for JC to have plus 10 points for my parlay to win. He's got 4 points. This game is going to hopefully devolve into garbage time later in this quarter and into the fourth quarter. It should, unless the Hornets have something to say about it, which they might. But he should be able to get to 10. It is his average. He should be able to get to 10. Indiana still holding on strong over the Raptors, up by 8. Thunder up by 10 against the Timberwolves. Not a good start for the Timberwolves here tonight. Grizzly Pelicans locked in a tight one, and then we got the late games. The game that ended already, the Celtics managed to stop the Pistons' big win streak here tonight. That was the first game of the night. A really good one. Here we go. Checking back in. Brunson has it up top, coming to his left off a Hart screen, spins off a Lamelo ball. Brunson driving down the lane, throws up a tough contested floater, can't get it to go. Josh Hart snags an offensive rebound, kicks it on to McBride, a wide open straightaway three. Line me up, Deuce McBride. Fully expected that, 100% confidence that shot was going in. Knicks back up by 20, love to see that. Brandon Miller up top, curling to his right, foul line, jumper, can't get it to go. Foul on Bridges, I believe. Foul on Bridges. Going to send Brandon Miller to the foul line for 2 free throws. I have the TV on so low I could barely hear the whistle. So Miller will go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. 8:13 to go. Timothy Hayes, what's up, Tim? Do you think Melo will get 8 assists tonight? LaMelo Ball is sitting currently with 3 assists. Can he get 5 more assists? The way they're playing right now, I don't see it. The way he's playing right now, settling for a lot of pull-up shots, looking for his offense more than playmaking so far tonight. It's a tough one. Can he get 5 more? He can. Do I expect him to? Probably not. Probably not. Did I give the Knicks? I didn't give the Knicks their 3. There we go. Miller did knock down both of the free throws. I give 3 points to the wrong side. That's what I did. It's 79-61. Bridges gets it over to Brunson. Brunson jab step, being guarded by LaMelo Ball. Jab step, pump fake, driving it down, blows past him in the lane, lay it off glass, got it to go, and another and one foul for Jalen Brunson. The 3-point shot not going down, that's fine. Just going to get to the rim and keep getting and ones tonight. LaMelo Ball with like 6 inches of height advantage over Jalen Brunson. Didn't matter. Skill beats out the height. Mark.tv said, line me up. Line me up from 3, Deuce McBride. Very consistent tonight. 3 for 3 from 3-point range for Deucey. Brunson at the foul line for 2 free throws here. Knicks back up by 20. Brunson misses his free throw. Come on, JB. Come on, J Bizzle. Here comes LaMelo Ball bringing it down the other way. Ball has it up top. They get it over to Miller. Miller being guarded by Bridges. Gets it over to Knipple. Straightaway 3 over Brunson. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Yabusele. Knipple is upset looking for a foul call. He's not going to get it here. And so the Knicks will bring it down the other way. We're going to get a technical. And get a technical on the Hornets coach, Charles Lee. Battling for his player. Advocating for his player. So Brunson at the foul line for a technical free throw. Brunson misses 2 free throws in a row. Come on, JB. Kevin Anderson, what's up, Kev? Kev said, my wife said she can watch you because you never use profanity. You definitely have a great show. Appreciate you, Kev. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Kev, and the family and the wife. Appreciate you guys. We're family friendly over here. Right? We're family. I want the whole family to sit around and watch. Or be able to, at least, if they choose to. Brunson crosses over, step back, foul line, fall away jumper. Got it to go. JB, patented move, got to his spot, knocked it down. 83-61. Bridges coming to his left, gets fouled by Josh Hart. Josh Hart battles through the screen. 7:12 to go. Yabusele has it up top being guarded by Towns. No substitutions yet for the Knicks. McBride battles through the screen, comes up with the steal. Towns, home run 2. Brunson spins off a ball, steps through, kicks it out the Bridges. Right corner 3, you got to line me up for that one. Mikal Bridges lines me up for it, but he was standing out of bounds, so no basket. No basket. Should have been a highlight for the entire Knicks team. McBride comes behind Yabusele, comes up with the steal. They swung. Everybody touched the ball except for Josh Hart. They swung it around. Got Bridges in open corner 3. He knocked it down, but his toe was on the out-of-bounds line. His heel was on the out-of-bounds line. And then on the other end, they gave up a 3-point shot to Miles Bridges out of the right corner. And usually when you give up a 3, or you miss a 3, a wide-open shot on one end, you give up one on the other end. Brunson dancing with it against LaMelo Ball, driving it down, step back, fall away, mid-range shot, his go-to, got it to go. Another and one for Jalen Brunson, who continuously finds himself at the foul line here. Just got to knock him down, JB. He's missed his last 2 and 1. Or he missed his last and 1 free throw, and then also the technical free throw. So he's missed 2 in a row here. Get back on the right track, knocking down this free throw, JB. Come on. He's taking LaMelo Ball to school. I mean, he's just hooping all over him, giving them all the moves so far here tonight, especially in this third quarter. Mark.tv said free throws are our kryptonite. It shouldn't be. They shouldn't be, as Brunson finally gets back on track, knocking down the free throw. Knicks up by, didn't even give him the shot. Knicks up by 22 here, 86-64, 6:30 to go here in the third quarter, approaching the halfway point. Miller gets it over to Yabusele. He has it up top being guarded by Towns. Coming to his right, hands it off to Sexton. Sexton was a problem in the first half, and he continues to be a problem. As he draws a foul, McBride, he's going to find himself at the foul line for 2 free throws. So Colin Sexton's at the foul line for 2. Knicks up by 22. Both teams are in the bonus here with half of the third quarter remaining. It's not a good thing. Game has the potential to slow to a crawl here with how much hacking and whacking has been going on from both sides. The Knicks with the lead probably benefits them the most. They are the more aggressive team going to the basket. Sexton knocks down his first free throw. Mitchell Robinson coming in for Towns. Yabusele and Miller to the bench. Kalkbrenner and Trey Mann coming in for the Hornets. Interesting. They went with Yabusele to start the second half versus Kalkbrenner. Very interesting. So now it's going to be Kalkbrenner versus Mitchell Robinson. Sexton knocks down both free throws. And it is a 20-point game with Jalen Brunson bringing it down with we're halfway through the third quarter here. Brunson up top being guarded by Knipple. Coming to his left. Has it in the post, backing him down. Stop, fall away, foul line jumper. He's been going to it all third quarter long. He misses that time. Good defense from Knipple. Bridges bringing it down, being guarded by Towns. Pulls it back out. Up top to Sexton, being guarded by McBride. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges calling for a screen. Coming to his left. Brunson steps out to switch onto him. He crosses over to his left, down the lane, throws up the floater. Can't get it to go. We have the Twin Towers in the game right now. Out of bounds off of the Hornets. Towns had the rebound, but knocked out of his hands. It's going to remain with the Knicks. Here comes Josh Hart bringing it down the other way. We have the Twin Towers in the game. Let's see how that works out. Brunson gets it over to Hart. Hart has it up top. Gets it over to McBride. McBride on the right wing, coming to his left off a Robinson screen. Steps back with it again. Over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left. Fakes the handoff. Knipple switched on to Brunson. He likes this matchup. Stop, turn, half spin, fall away. JB, don't do it to him like that. He misses it. Towns with the rebound. Back to Brunson. A left corner three. Deep in the corner. Well short. Barely grazes the rim. Towns battles for it again. Josh Hart picks it up. Kicks it out to Brunson. Wide open left corner three. Knock me down this time. Way to line me up, Jalen Brunson from three-point range. How many opportunities did it take? Didn't matter. Still ended up with 3 points. And we're going to get a Charlotte Hornets full time out. Just dominating the Charlotte Hornets here on the glass with the Twin Towers out there. Plus Josh Hart. Towns keeping it alive. Josh Hart picking him up. Robinson getting boxed out by like 9 people. Leaves Towns and Josh Hart free to just roam around and snag offensive glass. Snag offensive boards. Knicks up by 23, their largest lead of the night so far. Hopefully we can continue to extend it and hold on to it. Not just hold on to it, but also extend the lead here. And then we can get the rookies in there. And hopefully the rookies can start to show us something more than what they have been showing as of late. Justice Dad said, maybe young fans don't have to be mired and pained the way we have for 40-plus years. Well, look, you guys had the 90s. I haven't had anything. This is literally the most hope I've had as a Knicks fan my entire fandom. Right? Coming up as a Knicks fan in the late 2000s, I had no hope. Even when Melo was traded to the Knicks, the most hope I ever had was that first 20-ish, 30-ish games of Stoudemire on the Knicks. That was the most hope I had. I felt like, okay, we're on the right track. We have our superstar. Now we just have to continue to build. The young guys are getting better. Gallinari, Chandler, we got Felton. We're on our way, guys. We're on our way. And then obviously, complete mismanagement with the Melo trade, complete mismanagement after that with all the trades after that. Iman Shumpert blown out his knee, was never the same again. Eddie Howler? What's up, Eddie? Is Lamelo still able to score 10 points? Does Lamelo not have 10 points so far tonight? I'll check right now for you, Eddie. LaMelo Ball is sitting with 7 points. He'll get to 10. I think he'll get to 10. I think we're pretty safe with him getting to 10 tonight. K. Hazy said rookies might not get much run since it's the Cup game. Good point, K. Hazy. Good point. We might not see the rookies tonight. We might not see the rookies tonight regardless. Joe said Melo needs 3 more assists. He's sitting with what? 3 assists now, so you need him to get to 6. He has not played well at all tonight. At all. At all. How many points would Carmelo score playing today? Probably around the same. Probably would get over 30 a night. That is Carmelo, one of the best individual one-on-one scorers. I Like Shoes said, we're playing amazing. I hope we keep the same energy on Friday and once we play the Magic again. Yeah, man. It's nice to beat up on the dregs of the league, but you have to play well against the better teams in the NBA, right? Sexton gets it over to Kalkbrenner, being guarded by Robinson. Coming to his left, hands it off to Tre Mann. Coming to his right, throws a lob up, and an easy lob over to Kalkbrenner. Good play from the Hornets, bad defense from the Knicks. Eddie said, shout out to this guy reading all this chats with 400 people in here. Let's leave this underrated guy sub. Appreciate you, Eddie. Appreciate you. I try to get every single chat. Obviously, as more people have come into the community this season, it's been harder to get to every chat, but I try to. Towns has it up top, being guarded by Zion James on a mismatch. Swings through to his right. Tries to get it in the corner to Josh Hart, but knocked out of bounds by Sexton. 4:30 to go here in the third quarter. Kalkbrenner did have that dunk. So it's 89-68. Yabusele checking in here. Who are we coming in for, Yabu? Yabu coming in for Towns. So we got Yabusele and Robinson. McBride gets it into Brunson. Brunson a baseline pull-up jumper off the inbound. Beautiful play. Brunson an open look. Just can't knock it down. And here come the Hornets. Bridges up top, being guarded by Yabusele. Crosses over to his left off the Kalkbrenner screen. Pulls it back out. Bridges dancing with it up top. Trying to direct some traffic. He's being guarded by Robinson. Brunson switches out onto him. And then a kickball on Brunson. So shot clock will be reset to 14, and the Hornets will inbound it from the sideline. And there's the subscription from Eddie Howler. Appreciate you, Eddie. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Joe said they probably have Melo play the whole fourth quarter. I don't know about that. The Hornets don't have. They've already lost 2 games here in the NBA Cup tournament, so they don't have any reason to really approach this with any more seriousness than they would normally would. So if they're getting blown out in the fourth quarter, it makes no sense to continue play your guys. It does not matter one way or the other for the Hornets. It matters for the Knicks. Tre Mann missed a step back pull-up 3. Zion, James, and Brunson battling for the rebound. It's going to be out of bounds off of Brunson, so the Hornets will get yet another opportunity here. They lob it over the top to Zion James, being guarded by Brunson. Over to Sexton. Leaves it off of Bridges. A left corner 3. He's open. Can't get it to go. But Tre Mann with the offensive rebound and then throws it out of bounds. Ball going back to the Knicks. David said, we win today and Friday. Going to see Magic in Cup. Yeah. I mean, would give you another opportunity to try and beat them. You got embarrassed by them twice in a row. McBride up top to Yabusele, now over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left off the screen, gets it over to McBride, quickly attacking to his left. Mid-range pull-up jumper, well contested, comes up short, can't get it to go. His first miss of the night. Now here comes Sexton off the rebound. Sexton has it up top, 3:30 to go, dancing with it against Josh Hart. Quick crossover to his right, got a lane to the basket, gets the easy layup to go. Beautiful move from Sexton, bad defense from the Knicks. Well, it was more so a beautiful move from Sexton. I mean, that was just fantastic. Quick crossover for him, got him in the lane. Brunson spinning off the defender down the lane. He's trying to give him his own beautiful move, and he does just that, knocking down the floater in the lane. 91-70, we're going back and forth, but neither team able to stop each other right now. And Josh Hart just body checks Colin Sexton. Maybe that's his way of saying, slow down, Sexton, brother, slow down. He was able to get away with it because he was coming off of a Kalkbrenner screen, came off of it fast and hard, knocked Sexton all the way to the ground. So the Hornets will inbound it here, side out of bounds after the foul. Eddie said, I need Karl-Anthony Towns for 20, where he's sitting with what? Towns is sitting, I believe, with what, 16, 14, something like that? I think he'll get the 20 by the end of the night. I for sure think he'll get to 20. Number one, Karl-Anthony Towns is one of the best stat patters in the NBA. In blowout games, he will come back into the game in the fourth quarter and make sure he gets his 20 at least. He's done it multiple times already this year. I think you're good on that one, Eddie. I think Towns is pretty safe to get to 20. He definitely loves getting his 20 points. And I mean that in the best way possible. I love me a good stat pattern, I'll tell you that. Sexton knocks down his both free throws because they're in the bonus. So Brunson coming to his left, driving it down on James, stops, turns, pump fake, leans in, shovels it out to McBride. He's going to pump fake, pulls it back out. Good defense from Tre Mann to stay on his feet. McBride off the hesitation, down the lane, flips it up the left hand. Can't get it to go. Definitely a goaltending from Kalkbrenner, but I guess they missed it and they call it a legal block. On the other end, Zion James in transition misses the left corner three, and here come the Knicks bringing it down the other way. Brunson has it up top, dancing around the Robinson screen, crosses over to his right, leans in, puts up the jumper, got it to go. I mean, Jalen Brunson now up to 30. 30 for Jalen Brunson. Here, Towns going to the scores table now. Here comes Mikal Bridges down the lane, knocks down the scoop layup with the left hand, high over Mitchell Robinson. And he's going to go to the foul line for one more, fouling Yabusele. Yabusele continues to be pretty absent for this team. Student said the Orlando Magic will not have the same result in the next time they meet the Knicks. We hope so. We hope so. We very much hope so. Eddie, he has 16. Well, he's coming back into the game now, Eddie, so I very much think he'll get to 20. I think he'll get 2 more baskets, for sure. If not more than that, obviously. Bridges misses his and one free throw. Towns with the rebound. Here comes Kolek. The Knicks come out with Kolek, Bridges, Towns, Yabusele, and McBride. Kolek has it up top to get it over to McBride. McBride on the right wing, directing traffic, trying to get it to Towns. They do a good job of denying him the ball. Back to Kolek, coming to his left, crossing over to his right, over the top pass to Bridges, under the basket, lays it up and in. Beautiful pass from Tyler Kolek. How he sneaks that through past the defense is incredible. Tried to hit the home run pass. McBride almost picked it off. He's mad at himself. He couldn't hold on to it. It flies out of bounds. So the ball will remain with the Hornets here with just under 2 minutes to go. Mark.TV said, Mitch been playing soft lately. Has not been the energetic Mitch he was to start the year, but you're not going to get that level of Mitchell Robinson every single night, unfortunately. Right? It's annoying, but as long as he's the Mitch we know and love for the playoff run, I'll accept lackadaisical Mitch for now. Tre Mann down the lane, throws up a floater off glass, can't get it to go. Good team defense from the Knicks to really not give him an open lane, and good solid rebound from Yabusele. Here comes McBride bringing it down the other way. McBride coming to his right, over to Yabu. Yabu hands it off to Kolek. Kolek on the right wing, back up top to McBride. They swing it over to Bridges on the left wing. Now they get it to Towns in the post, being guarded by Zion James. Backing him down. They show two. Out to Bridges, extra pass to McBride. A straightaway three for Deuce. And Deuce McBride remains perfect from three-point range. Refusing to miss from three tonight. And we talked about Deuce McBride being in a slump shooting-wise, and he's 4 for 4 tonight, battling out of it. Tre Mann has it up top, dancing with it, pulls it back out. Mann coming to his right, steps back, up top to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Yabusele, coming to his left off the Kalkbrenner screen, dancing with it against Towns, hesitates. Ooh, beautiful move, got Towns in the air. High scoop layup, can't get it to go, but that's because he is fouled yet again. So he's going to the foul line for 2 more free throws. Just under a minute to go. David said, starting not resting today, point differential for the play-in. Yep. Need as big of a victory as you could possibly get, especially considering that Miami has a huge point differential for the NBA Cup. Kay Hazy said, Yabu doing pretty good with the rebounds. He's been better at that for sure. He's got 4 rebounds so far tonight. Russell Field said, if Towns has a good shooting night, where'd he go? If Towns has a good shooting night, give the Magic a run for their money. Yeah, I mean, the Magic defense has been very good. Towns has been in a huge slump. So all of that combined has not worked out for the Knicks. Bridges splits a pair of free throws yet again. Forgot to give Deuces 3. So it's 98-75 with 40 seconds to go. Kolek has it up top, being guarded by Brandon Miller. Coming to his right off a Town screen. Driving it down. He's got a lane to the basket. Kicks it out to a wide open Yabusele. Line me up, Yabu. Can't get it to go. Yabu, come on, brother. I'm trying to pop off for you, big dog. I'm trying to get you going. I'm trying to hype you up. But you got to knock me down some shots. Tre Mann has it up top, being guarded by Kolek. Rayman directing traffic. He's waving everybody off. He wants to go one-on-one against Kolek here. Coming to his right. Bridges switches onto him. Now driving to his left. Stop. Fall away over Towns. Good defense. Can't get it to go. Yabusele with the rebound. Gets it over to McBride. A bad pass. Brandon Miller picks it off. Heaves it to nowhere. And that's going to end the quarter. That's going to end the quarter. 98-75. 23-point lead for the Knicks. Did a good job holding on to the lead. David said, all we got to do tonight, all we got to do is win tonight and Friday, and we win the group. Isn't Miami in our group, though? Hold on. Let's check this out. I thought Miami was in our group. No. Yeah, Miami's in our group. I know we beat Miami, but they're still also undefeated. I mean, they still also only have the one loss. Let's check. In the standings, I believe, right? Division, League, Expanded, NBA Cup. Here we go. Eamon always. What's up, Eamon? So we are Group C. Yeah, we're Group C. Yeah, so Milwaukee is undefeated in the tournament. Obviously, we play them on Friday, so we're going to have to beat them. They're playing Miami right now. So we actually need Miami. Look at this. This is the issue. Miami's plus minus is a plus 46. You know, the Knicks are a minus 2. So if they win by 25 tonight, then their plus minus is going to be 23. And they'll still lose out to Miami, who has the one loss. So we need Miami to lose one more game. They are playing the Bucks tonight, so we'll keep an eye on that. But I believe that would be their third, so they have one more on Friday. When's their next NBA Cup game? I wish they would signify when it's an NBA Cup game. It would be easier. David said, because we beat Miami, it doesn't matter if we beat Miami. The tiebreaker goes to the point differential. It doesn't matter if we beat them. The point differential is the tiebreaker. So if we end up with the same record, it will come down. It will boil down to the tiebreaker. So they would still win. They would still win the group. They would still lose. They would still win the group. David said, first tiebreakers head-to-head in the group play? I don't know if that's true. We can look that up. NBA Cup standings rules? Is that how you look that up? 2025 rules? We are coming back for the fourth quarter here, but this is the AR overview. Teams tied in the group stages, tiebreakers used are in order. Oh, head-to-head record. There it is. You're right. You're right. So that's according to Google's AI. And then it's point differential. Okay. So the Knicks would win it out. You're right, David. You're right. You're right. Here we go. Back to the game. Now that we have figured that out. Start of the fourth quarter. Lamelo Ball brings it down against Bridges. They get over to Zion James. So the Hornets come out with Lamelo Ball. Kalkbrenner has it down low against Robinson. Good defense from Robinson. Knocks it out of his hands. Ball is loose. Diving on the floor for it. And a jump ball between Robinson and Kalkbrenner. So the Knicks come out with Towns, Bridges, Robinson, Clarkson, and Kolek. So the double big lineup starts the fourth quarter. And then the Hornets come out with Brandon Miller, Ryan Kalkbrenner, Lamelo Ball, Zion James, and Liam McNeely. The Flea said, so you're telling me there's a chance? There is a chance. Why winning that Miami game was so huge? Nick Yak said, back-to-back holding teams to 100 points. I mean, they're bad teams. They're bad teams between the Nets and the Hornets. But that is a good sign. You're right, Yak. That is a very good sign. Robinson wins the tip to Towns. Home run pass to Clarkson, who did not play in that third quarter, notably. Ball gets tipped. Good hustle from Brandon Miller, but saves it over to Robinson. And now the Knicks have possession here. They get over to Bridges. Bridges coming to his left. Gets it over to Clarkson. Clarkson driving to his right. Back to Bridges. Bridges a straightaway three. Comes up short. And the Hornets with the rebound. Here comes Lamelo. Leaves it off for Miller. Miller driving it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Miller coming to his left off the James screen. Driving it down in the lane. Scoop layup. Can't get it to go, but gets fouled by Mikal Bridges. And he's mad at himself. Almost had the chase down block, but gets a lot of arm as well. So it's going to send Brandon Miller to the foul line for two. My man Darnell reminding people hit the like button. Appreciate you, Darnell. Appreciate you. If you're enjoying the show so far, please go ahead, hit that thumbs up button, leave a like. It is by far more than anything else you can do the best way to support the channel, support the community, and I very much appreciate it, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Brandon Miller knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Mark L. What's up, Mark? So far, so good. So far. Miller goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. And now here comes Kolek. Kolek has it on the right wing. Coming to his left off the Robinson screen. He's got a lane to the basket. Throws the lob to Robinson. Knocked out of his hands by Miller. Robinson couldn't quite get up there for him. Not the vertical leaper he used to be. Kolek should have just took that layup and relied on Robinson for an offensive rebound if he missed it. Trying to get the big man involved. I get it. Lamelo ball gets it over to Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner up top being guarded by Robinson. Hands it off to Miller. Miller being guarded by Bridges. Jab step. Coming to his left. Off the screen. Driving it down. In the lane. Step back. Steps through. Swatted out of there by Robinson. That's what I like to see. Step back three for Lamelo ball on the left wing. Knocks it down. Nothing but net. There's the 10 points for Lamelo ball. There it is. Down to 18. Don't like that. Mikal Bridges bringing it down. Bridges hands it off to Kolek. Kolek back to Bridges. Bridges coming to his right off the Robinson screen, snaking it back to his left hand, down the lane, one-legged fall-away jumper in the paint. Gets a nice soft bounce as he gets it to go down. 100 to 80 with 10:13 to go. Got to restart the timer there. Ball gets it over to Miller. Miller up top being guarded by Clarkson. Coming to his right. Tries to hit the bounce pass to Lamelo ball. Jordan Clarkson, good defense there, picks it off. Clarkson down the lane, Euro steps through, floater, got it to go. There's 2 points for Jordan Clarkson. Beautiful move in transition, back up by 22. For all the people in the chat who need the 10 points from Clarkson, that's, I believe, 6. I believe that's 6 for JC. That's 8 for JC. Or 6. That's 6 for JC. Pull up 3 for Brandon Miller. Swishes it nothing but net. Brandon Miller finding his stroke here tonight. His 4th made 3 of the night. Bridges bringing it down. Fakes the handoff to Kolek. Now gets it over to Clarkson. Clarkson now over to Bridges. Bridges up top being guarded by McNeely. Coming to his right off the Robinson screen. Driving it down. Step back over to Clarkson. A right corner 3. Deep in the corner. Can't get it to go. Lamelo ball with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Ball hands it off to Miller. A deep 3. He's feeling it. Well, way off on that one. That's part of the poor shot selection and immaturity that we talked about with this Hornets team. Clarkson on the right wing, coming to his left, dancing around the Robinson screen, coming to his right on the re-screen, throws up the floater, got it to go. That's 8 points for Jordan Clarkson. Needs one more basket for the 10, y'all. He needs one more basket for the 10. Joe said, Melo sold me. Melo ball coming to his right, hits Zion James in the lane, kicks it out to McNeely. Good rotations from the Knicks. Back out to Lamelo, a deep straightaway 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Bridges yet another rebound. Quick outlet to Kolek. Kolek home run pass to Towns. Towns has Lamelo ball sealed. Gets the layup to go. Nice and easy, and a timeout for the Charlotte Hornets. The Knicks just run them off the court. Back up by 23. Just like that. Primetime idiots. What's up, Primetime? I need 22 for Cat. Do you think he's hitting that? Well, Carlton Towns with 16. Can he get 6 more points? 3 more baskets? Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think he can. Josh Hart has not scored in the second half here, but they did not need it. They did not need it. I'll also go around the league real quick. Carlton Towns with 16 points. 16 for Carlton Towns. Can he get to 20? I think he can. I think he can. El Tigre, what's up, El Tigre? Late to the party? Never late, brother. Never late. Look around the league real quick. See how everybody's doing. Bucks Hornets locked in a tight one. That's a 1 possession game. 3 points there. Same with Raptors Pacers. That's a 1 point game as well. Thunder holding the Timberwolves an arm's length away. 49 to 39 at halftime. The defense stepping up there, man. Sire Love, what's up, Sire Love? Eddie said, I need 4 more. Come on. 4 more from Towns. You need the 20 as well. Abe said, I nominate we play the Hornets for the rest of the season. Sometimes you just need to take your frustrations out on a bad basketball team, right? Thought it was going to be the Nets, but it was actually the Hornets. Fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Top performance for the Timberwolves is Terrence Shannon Jr. Look at that box score real quick. Is Anthony Edwards playing? Is Julius Randle playing? No, the Thunder are tough with their defense, and they are playing. 1 for 5 for Edwards, 1 for 8 for Randall. Woof. Woof. Terrence Shannon Jr., thankfully off the bench, is providing anything for these guys. Between their two stars, they are 2 for 13. My goodness. Eternity Trock, what's up, Eternity? Thank you for the subscription, my brother. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Just saw that pop there. Probably late, probably popped significantly earlier. My bad. AB said, we got to start playing like this against good teams. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's nice that we're dominating the bad teams, but got to get it going against the good teams as well. Got to prove you belong at some point. Although they struggled with this as well during the regular season last year, right? Famously, 0-11 against the top 2 seeds of each conference. Famously. David M. What's up, David M? We're beating the teams we're supposed to beat. Got to get some quality wins now. Yeah. I mean, look, you can only play the teams on your schedule. But when the good teams do come up, like Orlando, you're going to play Milwaukee on Friday with Giannis likely back. Got to take advantage of those games. And, look, that's going to be tough because obviously the matchup for Giannis is OG Anunoby, who is not going to be available for that game. So I fully expect Giannis to play on Friday. He was questionable going into the Heat game tonight. So I fully expect him to play on Friday. Primetime said Anthony Edwards ain't doing nothing right now, which is truly unfortunate for the Timberwolves. Here we go. We're back into it. Brandon Miller driving it down. Knocked out of his hands. It's going to remain with the Hornets, though. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? 8:17 to go. Got our timer going. Got our timer synced up. Should have did that before. Another blown whistle. What are we doing? An off-ball foul on Jordan Clarkson. His 4th foul of the night. Andres Villanueva. What's up, Andres? Knicks blue and orange all the way. Yes, sir, Andres. Yes, sir. Knicks on their way to a nice, easy victory tonight. Con Knipple knocks down the technical free throw for Clarkson fouling off ball before the ball was inbounded. They hit Zion James cutting to the rim off a nice, beautiful inbounds play. And Jordan Clarkson comes over and fouls James, saves the layup. Going to send him to the foul line for 2. But Jordan Clarkson, the culprit yet again. That's got to be a switch between Clarkson and Bridges. Bridges not communicating that well enough. Clarkson not doing a good job of getting through the screen. That's his 4th foul. And Clarkson will sub out of the game. He needed one more basket for you guys. Maybe he'll come back in. Probably not, though. Probably not. So Zion James at the foul line for 2. He knocks down the first one. I said, let's sync up our timer, and then I had my timer ticking too far. No, he has 5 fouls. They had the wrong number up there on the graphic. He's got 5 fouls now. That's what I thought. Andres said, Knicks look great, especially the defense. I mean, this is a bad team. But the defense has to look good against somebody, and it's looking good tonight against Charlotte for sure. Brunson bringing it down against Zion James. Brunson coming to his left off the Bridges screen. Over to Josh Hart. They get it to Towns in the post, being guarded by Yabusele. Backing him down, backing him down, backing him down. And an offensive foul on Karl-Anthony Towns getting too physical on the back down. I think that's just good classic big man play right there. Let me see the replay on it. Was it egregious? Good back down. Good back down. Yeah, it's an offensive foul. I mean, Yabusele took a dive for sure because Towns was coming into him, but that's an offensive foul. Towns lowers the shoulder a little bit there. Goes right into the defender. Ball has it up top, being guarded by McBride. Coming to his left off the Yabusele screen, driving it down at the foul line. Step back, one-legged fall-away jumper. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Towns able to pick it up. Save it over to Brunson. Quick outlet to Bridges. Bridges bringing it down. Bridges on the left wing, dancing with it against Miller. Coming to his right off a Towns screen. Pulls it back out. Over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart tries to get into Towns, but gets fouled by Brandon Miller. 2 fouls on Miller. Towns drawing some contact here, drawing some fouls. Mr. Lee said, did you see Coach after the Clarkson foul? Yeah, had his hand in his palms. Took him out immediately with the 5 fouls. Not a good night for Jordan Clarkson. They get into Towns. They don't come out to guard him, so he throws up the three and throws up an air ball. That jump shot still has not come around for Karl-Anthony Towns. Oof. $7:20 to go here. Lamelo Ball bringing it down. Being guarded by McBride. Over to Miller. Being guarded by Bridges. Jab step, coming to his right. Brunson jets out the switch onto him. Now coming to his left on the rescreen from Yabusele. Cross court over to Lamelo Ball. Being guarded by McBride. Coming to his left, they show two. And Lamelo throws it away. Josh Hart picks it off one-on-one over to Brunson down the lane. Scoop play with the left hand. And an offensive foul on Brunson using the offhand, hitting Lamelo in the face. Rarely see Jalen Brunson pick up an offensive foul like that, especially on the fast break. A 3-on-1 fast break. Kay Hazy said, BS call. Let me see the replay. Yeah. I mean, I think you just wrong place, wrong time. You smack the guy in the face with your elbow. You're going to get hit with a foul call. Brunson saying he didn't extend the arm, which he didn't. On the replay, he didn't extend the arm. The Knicks pick up a technical foul there. Who picked up the technical? Gamecast is too far ahead of me for me to see. But 2 free throws, knocked down for Lamelo. And with 7 minutes to go, now under 7 minutes to go, Hornets bringing it down, trailing by 19. Miller up top, coming to his right. Pull-up three for Brandon Miller. Shoots up an air ball. Ball going back to the Knicks. There's another poor shot selection. It's a 19-point game. Get a 2. Get a stop. Get another score. Put some pressure on the Knicks. Instead, you chuck up an off-the-bounce 3 and airball it. Brunson bringing it down. 6:40 to go. Coming to his right off a Josh Hart screen. Dancing with it against Lamelo Ball. Coming to his right and a foul on Lamelo. Now the refs looking like they want to clean this up a little bit. Game getting a little chippy. Game getting a little chippy right now. Student said, Jordan, Invisible Clarkson title deserving tonight. Oh, we definitely saw him, though. We definitely saw him. Brunson's got to get it in. Throws it to nobody. Knicks don't get open. Lamelo throws a lob. Yabusele with the two-handed slam. Lead is down to 17. Brunson walking it down the other way. Brunson dancing with it. Coming to his right against Zion James. Stops, turns, spins, gets in the paint, kicks it out to Bridges. Bridges hands it off to Josh Hart. Josh Hart putting his head down to the basket. Goes up off glass. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Gonna stay with the Knicks. Oh, they're gonna jump it up. The refs did not know who to award it to. So now it's gonna be a jump ball. Josh Hart sarcastically giving a round of applause to the officials, though, for the no call and the jump ball call. David M said, didn't realize I wasn't sub, just sub, brother. Appreciate you, David M, man. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for having a good time tonight. Thanks for the subscription. Eddie said, Towns, I just need 4 points. We're halfway through this fourth quarter here. It's only 17, though. The Hornets have battled back. So Karl-Anthony Towns likely to play majority of the rest of this fourth quarter, if not the whole fourth quarter, especially with this being a cup game. Brunson gets it over to Hart. Hart over to Bridges, kind of along the baseline. Leaves it off for Brunson, driving to his left. Little fall-away jumper for Brunson. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Towns, the offensive, goes up. Can't get the putback, but he draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Here's 2. Here's 2 he should be able to get. Just his dad said, why is Mitch in? Workout? Well, I don't know if Mitch is in. Mitch has not come in yet for me. Telling the future on me just as dead. Student said we should get Giannis's brother for Yabu. That would be crazy. That would definitely send the Knicks fan base ablaze. I'll tell you that. The rumors would start revving up yet again. Towns knocks down the first free throw. So now he needs 3 more points. Now he needs 3 more. Knocks down the first free throw. Got another one coming. Student said it was a joke. I know it was a joke, Susan. I know it was a joke. We got some blood from Zion James. We're going to get a official timeout to clean up the blood. Just as Dad said, if you shoot 0 for 0 from the field for the game in 12 minutes, it should go as 0% against the season percentages. Well, that's not how the percentages work. It accumulates your total field goal attempts and your total field goal misses. And that's how it's calculated. But I get what you mean. So James is going to remain in the game. Stop the bleeding. The Hornets trying to metaphorically stop the bleeding. (107-89). An 18-point lead for the Knicks. Towns at the foul line for one more. Just under 6 minutes, past the halfway point here. Towns goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. One more basket is needed for Towns. For anybody in the chat who needed Towns with the 20+. Lamelo Ball bringing it down. Get over to Yabusele. Yabusele up top, hands it off to Ball, curling down, throws up the floater, the lob, hit the backboard, knocked out of bounds by Lamelo Ball. It's going to go back to the Knicks. And a technical foul on Lamelo Ball. The frustrations boiling over. Silly plays. Another free throw for the Knicks. Will Brunson take it or will Towns take it? Obviously, you guys need Towns to take it. Student said, what's Jordan Clarkson's number? I have no idea. I guess we could look it up, right? Shouldn't it say the number for their... Actually, we could probably look it up later. But Towns is at the foul line for one more. You can give them the 20-point lead. You could also get to 19 points. I know you guys need 20, but he gets the 19 points. He's teasing you guys. He's teasing you. He's going 1 point at a time. This game has slowed to a turtle's crawl pace here. My goodness. Free throw after free throw after free throw after free throw. File risk. What's up, file risk? Just need Josh for 5 points. 5 more points? Because he's sitting with 19 now. So is Towns going to sub out? Towns subs out with 19 points. He's got blood on the jersey. Part of the reason as to why he subs out. They get it in the Bridges. Bridges bringing it down. They get over to Brunson. Brunson will bring it down. Brunson has it up top being guarded by Miles Bridges. Coming to his left. Knipple switches onto him. Brunson's going to dance with it. Brunson backing him down, half spin, kicks it out to Josh Hart. No hesitation, 3 for him. And he banks it in. The bank is open for Josh Hart. And he's got a big laugh about it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When it rains, it pours, y'all. When it rains, it pours. And it is pouring all over the Charlotte Hornets here at home for them tonight. Bridges kicks it out to Sion James, a right wing 3. He misses it. Josh Hart with the rebound, shot out of a cannon, bringing it down one-on-one. Leaves it off for McBride. Pump fake, shoves it over to Brunson. Brunson pump fakes, driving it down against James. Good defense from James to stay in front of him and to not foul. Brunson one-on-one, dancing with it, down the lane, swings through, floater, got it to go. Got a nice friendly bounce off the front of the rim, but that's just JB being JB. Knicks quickly back up by 25. Home run pass, half-court lob from Lamelo Ball to Miles Bridges, and he can't hold on to it. It's a turnover. Josh Hart, he's going to put up another one. He's feeling it. He's feeling, ooh, if he would have knocked that down, it would have been crazy. Careens off the side of the rim there, and Bridges gets the easy pickoff steal all the way to the basket for the easy layup, and the Knicks are having fun. Timeout for the Hornets, and that might be the end of the night for the Knicks. Unfortunately for you, Eddie, seems like Towns is going to end his night with 19 points. That is usually how it goes. Nixon NYC, what's up, Nixon? Andres said 00 is Jordan Clarkson's number. Thank you, Andres. Thank you. Yeah, 00. There you go, Susan. 00. 00. Mark.tv said the Josh Hart game. Josh Hart, he didn't even really have to do anything in the second half here, but he ends up with 22. 7 and 6. I'd be surprised if they come back out here for the final 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Prime time said, I need Towns with 22. He might be done for the night. Maybe he'll come back in. This is an NBA Cup game. You want to get as large of a point differential as possible, so maybe he'll come back in. But I doubt it. We'll see. Just that's a 10 for 21 from 3 this mid-range day. Are the Knicks 10 for 21? They've only taken 21 threes? Hold on. Take a look at the box score real quick. We have the time. We have the time here during this timeout. As a team, 10 for 21. Only 21 three-point attempts? Really? I feel like they've been firing it away tonight. A far cry of what Mike Brown's original goal was of at least hovering around 43-point attempts a game. But I'll tell you what, when you play this well, you just take the shots the defense are giving you. And the Knicks, taking the shots the defense are giving us. There are people in the chat who needed Clarkson for 10 points. Probably going to end the night with 8, unless he comes back in, which he could. AB said, what's up with the bench tonight? I mean, Yabusele giving us his usual 0. Robinson giving us his usual 0. Coming off the bench tonight. You got your 2 main bench scorers. And Jordan Clarkson having kind of a average game with 8 points. You got your 2 main bench scorers starting tonight with McBride and Josh Hart. So there's your bench scoring. It's in the starting lineup. Although, who knows? Maybe we'll see Josh Hart as a permanent fixture of the starting lineup. Who knows? Mr. Lee said they're trying to clean the blood off of Towns' jersey. I'm surprised he doesn't have another to wear. I think he does have another to wear. But who knows? Maybe he'll come back in. Maybe he won't. Maybe that's why they're trying to clean it. Don't want to give him a new jersey if there's no reason for him to wear it. Who knows? Just as that said, we demand 43s a game. I demand them to win the basketball game. If it's by taking 23s, cool. If it's by taking 43s, cool. Right? They've taken what the defense has given them. It's been a lot of mid-range shots, a lot of floaters, a lot of layups. And it resulted in fantastic offense for the Knicks. 116 points so far. Here we go. Kalkbrenner is in. Towns remains on the bench after the timeout. They get over to Knippel. Pump fake, sidestep 3. Comes up short, long rebound. McNeely tips it over to Kalkbrenner. Misses the putback. Gets fouled. Gets the layup. And 1 for Kalkbrenner. So Kalkbrenner's at the foul line for 1 more. Misses the free throw, though. Josh Hart secures yet another rebound. Saves it over to Bridges. And with about 4 minutes to go here, the Knicks are out there with Brunson, Bridges, Hart, McBride, and Robinson. Brunson dancing with it up top. Being guarded by Knippel. Driving it down to his left in the lane. Puts up the little floater. Can't get it to go. Good defense from Knippel. Here comes Sexton. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges throws a lob. A terrible lob attempt. Josh Hart comes up with yet another steal. Here comes Josh Hart, shot out of a cannon. Over to McBride in transition for a pull-up 3. Knock me down, Deuce McBride. And he's looking for the foul call. He's not going to get it, but Deuce McBride remains perfect from 3-point range. No, didn't he miss one? No, he's perfect. He's 5 for 5. Yes, sir, Deuce. Yes, sir. Josh Hart was the one who missed the 3. Towns is at the scorer's table. That's a good sign for you guys. McNeely, a fall-away jumper over Josh Hart. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart's been phenomenal. He's been fantastic defensively yet again tonight. Josh Hart putting his head down, attacking. Bully balls right past Knippel, and they call the offensive foul on Josh Hart. Josh Hart saying, you got to challenge that. We've seen Josh Hart use that bionic shoulder before. Mr. Lee said, Big Lee, let JB sit already. It is an NBA Cup game. You want to win by as many points as possible. The Knicks up by 28. Sexton has it up top, being guarded by McBride. They get it over to Knippel. Knippel being guarded by Hart. Coming to his right up the Kalkbrenner screen. Brunson jets out to switch onto him. Knippel pulls it out, crosses over to his right, down the lane, kicks it out. McBride almost comes up with a steal. Sexton comes up hobbling. Forced to give it up to Sion James. An open straightaway 3. He can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Kalkbrenner has it, kicks it out to James. And Sexton out by the half-court line. He needs to come out of the game. Sion James to the rim gets fouled by Josh Hart. And that will allow Sexton to come out. John, what's up, John? Hornets suck this year? Yeah. They're just led by a couple of unserious players between Lamelo Ball and Brandon Miller. Just really young and immature right now. They can rein themselves in as adults and start leading this team. Maybe they can start putting together a winning culture, but as of right now, there's really, really, really dumb plays made by the Hornets. I mean, they're down by 20 plus, and they're out on the fast break trying to throw lobs to each other. Come on, man. Just get the layup. Mar said, I've been sending prayers, Susan, for the kids and at the parade. Oh, I didn't see that. Shout out to them. Kevin P, what's up, Kev? Sion James knocks down both free throws. 119-93, a 26-point lead for the New York Knickerbockers, and Josh Hart bringing it down. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson up top, over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart steps back for a three. He's feeling it tonight. Off the back rim, can't get down when they go. Battle for the rebound. Knocked out of Towns' hands. We need one more point from Towns. Kolek's at the scores table along with Yabusele. You don't want to hear a whistle right now. You just want shots to fly. Sion James pump fake, pulls it back out over to Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner coming to his right, hands it off to Knipple. Off the screen, puts it up. Comes up short yet again. Ball out of bounds. And here come the substitutions. And there goes Karl Anthony Towns. And he's going to end the game with 19 points. Oh, man, that hurts. That hurts, guys. So that'll be the end of the night of our starters. We're going to be out there with Yabusele, Dadier, Diawara, Hukporti, and Kolek. The rookies, the youngsters in there with Yabusele. Josh Hart bringing it down. Gets it over to Kolek. The guys are at the scores table. Not all of them have subbed in yet. They get over to Hukporti. Hukporti can't get the layup to go. Fight for the loose ball. Gets knocked out of bounds. So the ball will stay with the Knicks. Now we're going to get substitutions in. Bridges and Josh Hart sub out. The Knicks are going to use a timeout here. Full timeout. John said they should trade Melo. Yeah, that's a sentiment you're starting to hear around the league. Obviously depends on the kind of package you can get back, but you know, the thing with Lamelo is just he's got to start taking his career seriously. He likes playing basketball, but doesn't necessarily seem to care about winning. Gigi said 2 + 3s for JB, Josh, Deuce, Jalen Brown, Cade. One more for Mathurin, quickly waiting on Buddy Hield. You got to hope it's a Buddy Hield night because he could be feast or famine. I think everybody else are pretty safe. You need one more from Mathurin. That's tough. One more from Quickly. While we're waiting for this timeout, we can go around the league a little bit here. Heat up by 6 against the Bucks. Raptors taking the lead over the Pacers. There they go. There they go, the Raptors. Currently holding on to the largest winning streak in the East. And now the Timberwolves finding themselves here. Trailing by 3 against the Thunder. Previously down by double digits. Starting to get it going here in the third quarter. In the second half. And the Pelicans beating up on the Grizzlies. Grizzlies are just that dang bad. The Pelicans not much better. If anything, worse. Fungpei said, thanks for hosting, Sheffy. I think your team got this. I think we're pretty good. Tonight, Fungpei. I agree with you. Kolek has it up top, dancing around the Hukporti screen. He throws up the foul line floater, and he gets it to go down. There you go, Tyler Kolek. Get a basket. Get yourself some. Liam McNeely bringing it down against Diawara. Over to Knipple, down the lane. Low pull-up jumper in the paint. Got it to go. Here comes Diawara bringing it down. Here comes Dadier bringing it down the other way. Dadier has it up top, hands it off to Kolek. Kolek back up top to Dadier. Dadier gets it over to Huck. Hukporti looking for a handoff partner. Gets it knocked out of his hands. And loses it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knicks, though. The Hornets can't hold on to it. Student said Brandon Ingram has helped light a fire under the Raptors. He has. I was looking down on that trade, but it's definitely worked out for them. They get it into Yabusele. Yabusele has it in the post, backing down, Zion James puts it up at the shot clock buzzer, shoots up an air ball. It's in a shot clock violation. Roger Laverde, what's up, Roger? Looking forward a little. What do you think has been our biggest challenge against Orlando? Feel like we haven't been competitive against them. The Knicks have played really poorly against Orlando. Orlando's played really well against the Knicks. That's obviously an oversimplification. But like they've shot it really well against the Knicks. They're playing extremely well right now. They're shooting it really well overall from guys who normally don't shoot well. As Diawara knocks down a straightaway three. Way to get it on the action, Mo Diawara. And the Knicks have shot it excruciatingly poor in those outings as well. Obviously, we could talk about how that has to do with the physicality that Orlando has played with, but Orlando is a really good physical defensive team out on the perimeter, especially denying a lot of off-ball actions, a lot of handoffs, fighting through screens really well. As Kolek knocks down a little pull-up jumper in the paint. Trey Mann also knocked down a three. And that just has disrupted the Knicks' offense almost entirely, but also Cat has just been horrendous against them. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that he just has been missing a ton of shots, but also has to do with the fact that Orlando has a really good game plan against them. And the Knicks just kind of need to adjust against it. And Tyler Kolek knocks down a straightaway three. Tyler Kolek said, let me get in on the action. Dottie almost comes up with a steal. Knipple bringing it down against Huck Porty down the lane, gets blocked out of bounds. Going to remain. I dropped my mic yet again. It's not a Sheffy show unless I drop my mic. Huck Porty with the block out of bounds. The Hornets will hold on to the possession with 9 seconds to go. And forgot to restart the timer. But it's 129-98. Pick up a 31-point victory. They get it into James, and that's a walk. That's a walk and a half, but they don't call it. Trey Mann up top. Coming to drive the screen. Another pull-up three for Trey Mann, and another basket for Trey Mann. So a 28-point lead for the Knicks. Dottie, half-court heave, can't get it to go, and that will be the end of the game. 129-101 here, victory for the New York Knicks. A 28-point victory. So they will be overall in the NBA Cup a plus 26. They were only a plus 2, I believe, a minus 2, I believe. So now they are a plus 26. But they need the Bucks to lose. They need the Bucks to lose because the Bucks are undefeated in the tournament here. So we actually have to root for the Miami Heat, even though the Heat are ahead of the Knicks in the overall standing. So what do you root for? Do you root for the opportunity to advance in the... Oh, no, we played the Bucks on Friday, so that'll be the determination. So the Bucks could win, and then we could beat them on Friday. The Knicks are going to have to win on Friday regardless if they want to advance here in the NBA Cup. So I'd actually probably prefer the Bucks to win this so that Miami could fall down in the standings some more. They're sitting at 12-6, having a really good start to the season for them. The Raptors and Pacers locked in a pretty tight one. The Pacers not going away quietly, keeping that one close. Same with the Timberwolves and Thunder. That's a 6-point game. And then the Grizzlies also crawling back a little bit. That's a 6-point game as well. And then we got the late games later on tonight, which obviously we will not be live to cover them. This is the last time we will see each other until Friday. No games tomorrow, obviously. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And on Thanksgiving, we watch football. So no basketball tomorrow. The Knicks play on Friday, so the next time we see each other will be for a Knicks game. We will be playing the Bucks in our last NBA Cup game. So, Andre said over 130 points. No, they got stuck at 129, Andres, 129. Okay, Hayes said, good win. We played bad against bad teams too, but this was a good win. Yeah, I mean, just start stacking good, solid performances. Doesn't matter who the competition is. Obviously, you want them to play well against good teams, but you got to start stacking good games. They didn't necessarily have a good game against Brooklyn. It was kind of a slower pace, sluggish all-around game, right? It's nice to see them play well and dominate the teams you're supposed to play well and dominate against. Oh, this is a good game right here, too. The Magic taking on the Pistons. That's what I want to see. Oh, why did the Knicks have to play tonight? We're going to have to bounce between these two games. Obviously, we're covering the Knicks game. That is main priority number one. But I'm going to have this on the second screen. And keep an eye on this one. This is interesting. This is interesting. Magic versus Pistons. Can the Pistons, after a 13-game winning streak, lose 2 in a row? it would also be nice if the Magic could also lose one. So, honestly, whoever wins or loses this Orlando-Detroit game is a win-win for the Knicks. I'll tell you that. Susan said Giannis is going to be playing in that Cup game for sure. For sure. We know this, Susan. We know this. We know this. Just in time. Getting healthy just in time for the Knicks. Always. Always. So like I said, we will be live on Friday. No game tomorrow. There's no basketball on tomorrow at all. So even if we wanted to, we couldn't go live for basketball. Maybe at some point in the future we end up covering football. But as of right now, this is a basketball-only channel. And it probably will remain to be, but you never know. You never know. I may have some tricks up my sleeve. AP said, take what you can get. Good way of putting it, AP. Good way of putting it. I like how positive you've been tonight, AP. A positive AP is striking, man. It's striking. I don't see that side of you come out too often. Good game, good show. Enjoy your holiday, everyone. Enjoy your holiday, AP. Susan, Andres, Nixon, Nick Yak, of course, my man Lionel. Appreciate everybody who came out today. The Fleas, appreciate everybody. Of course, shout out to all of our channel members. Thank you guys for helping financially support the channel as best as you can. If you would like to become a member, you don't have to, but if you would like to support the channel, it is simply just a support tier. And it is only, I believe, $2 a month to $3 a month, something like that. Tried to make it as cheap as possible while still trying to provide value to your contribution as much as possible. Our newest channel member, Will Negron, appreciate you, my brother, the other night for joining. But obviously, Anthony Jean, Angel 1 Roman, Amy Machua, and everybody, appreciate you guys for always supporting. Joel Palin, Isaac Sedillo, appreciate you. What NFL team are you a fan of? Growing up, I was, weirdly enough, a Tennessee Titans fan, mostly because of Eddie George, the running back on the Titans back in the day. It's a long story, but that's why I was a Titans fan. I'm a very casual fan. If I had to pick a team to follow and support right now, it would probably be the Giants with Jackson Dart and Cam Scadaboo for the future. But like I said, very casual football fan. But that may not be for the future. As of right now, we are locked into our basketball. We are locked into the NBA, and we are especially locked in to our New York Knicks, who pick up a 28-point victory here tonight. I appreciate you guys. Happy holidays to everybody celebrating. Happy Wednesday to those who aren't. Hope you guys have a good night. Remember, brush your teeth before bed, stay hydrated, get a good night's sleep, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye. Hold on. Bye.